in New Orleans Saints on Sunday and find out what they will do this week to get ready for the Green Bay Packers on November 12th. Now that the Cubs made some changes around their coaching staffs, what other moves will they be making during this offseason? What kind of entertainment will the Bulls give us this week? Can Lauri Markkanen break another rookie record? Find out here on World Cup of Sports on Chicagoland Sports Radio. It's not just sports, it's a way of life.
Out of all the schools I applied to, Illinois Media School was the first to personally guide me through the financial aid process. Not only did the school offer classes in my field, but hands-on experience with all of today's modern broadcast.
You're listening to ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. It's not just sports, it's a way of life.
Chicagoland Sports Radio Sports Update.
At 11 a.m., I am Sidney Brown with your ChicagolandSportsRadio.com update brought to you by the Illinois Media School. For more information on careers and broadcasting, please go to PRNair.com. Let's start with the NBA as the Chicago Bulls defeated the Orlando Magic on the road 105-83 for their second win of the season. Justin Holiday led Chicago with 19 points. Next game for the Bulls is tonight at home versus New Orleans at 7 p.m. Other winners from the hard work last night were Detroit, Philadelphia, Houston, the New York Knicks, New Orleans, San Antonio, Denver, Toronto, Boston, and the L.A. Lakers. In the Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James scored a current NBA season high of 57 points and became the youngest player to score 29,000 career points. To the NHL, the Blackhawks will travel to Minnesota to face the Wild tonight at 7 p.m. The Hawks ended their three-game skid with a victory against Philadelphia at home on Wednesday. Other winners from the ice last night were Edmonton and Nashville. To the NFL, the Bears are on a bye this week, and their record stands at 3-5. Their next game is next Sunday at the Lakefront versus the Green Bay Packers. Into college football, here's the schedule for our local teams today. Getting ready to kick off is Illinois at Purdue. Later on is Wake Forest and Notre Dame at 2:30, followed by Northwestern and Nebraska at 2:30. This update is also brought to you by University of Chicago men's basketball. The season opening broadcast will be November 18th when they take on Rose-Hulman at 3 p.m. I'm Sidney Brown. You listen to Chicagoland Sports Radio. It's not just sports, it's a way of life. Now stay tuned for the D and Davis Show.
You don't have to go to school today, because today's Saturday.
Oh, it's Saturday! Oh, it's Saturday! My night on the infrastructure!
Saturday's the day to have fun.
She is not a drug dealer. She's a street healthcare specialist.
That's the thing. Sydney?
Helping the people.
She helping the people. First time he's taking up for a sister. Oh, you must have put the spell on him.
The Dean Davis Show with your host, Demond Spurl.
Live, son. Live, B.
And Kenneth Davis.
You're going to have to start dancing to get this money.
Every Saturday afternoon from 11 to 2.
Bye. See you. Hip Hop Forever. Hip Hop Parade. Young man, Hip Hop Parade. Keep studying your hip hop lessons. 420.
420.
So good, man. It's the God Hour, kiddo.
God Hour. Only on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Yes, it is time for the D and Davis Show. It is right after 11 a.m. on your Saturday, so you know it's time to get your sports week encapsulated with us, the guys, the crew, the gang, D and Davis, and everybody that is associated with this mob. Now what's up? 773-966-2494. On today's show, we will have Evan F. Moore to join us to talk about the shuttering of DNA Info in Gothamist. A little later on. We're going to be joined by co-founder and also writer for The Bigs, Eugene McIntosh, to talk about baseball and the Cubs and also the World Series. Last but not least, we're going to join to the pond, frozen pond at that, with former Black Hawk Brian Bickle to join us to talk about the Brian and Amanda Bickle Foundation and their fight against MS. I am Kenneth Davis, and the next voice you hear, of course, is that chocolate himself. His name is
D. Good morning, sports junkies. As Ken said, he's up online, 773-966-2494. You definitely listen to us on Chicagoland Sports Radio, ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. Thank you. But also, you can take us anywhere you go. Just simply download and subscribe to the podcast, The D and Davis Show, and also The Flip, D and Davis The Flip, on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Music, TuneIn app, Stitcher, and anywhere there's a podcast, that's where we at. You see podcast, boom, D and Davis Show. That's where we at.
associated too.
Yeah, podcast, D and Davis Show. There you go. Hey, if you have any questions for us, you got any, concerns, you might not like something about the show, let us know. I hate when Ken does, or why is Sydney always? Why we want more D? Yeah, you can send an email into that. DNDavisShow@gmail.com. DNDavisShow@gmail.com. I'm on Twitter at Demons1, DEMONZE1, and also the show Twitter handle at IG handle DNDavisShow at DNDavisShow. As said before, I'm on Twitter at Demons1, DEMONZE1. Ken's running the ones and twos, co-host with the most. He's on Twitter at That's Davis. Also the Instagram too, That's Davis. Check out his gram. It's not bad.
I try.
Silent.
I try every other day.
Yeah, it's something. Executive producers of the show. First up, rocking the. Is that supposed to be like camouflage?
Yes.
He said, "Is it supposed?"
No, because
it is.
Yes, it is camouflage.
Okay, but it's like
Desert Storm type print.
it's kind of like it's like a pixelated camouflage.
Yeah, it is. That's how they flipped it. That's how camouflage is now.
Okay. Sydney Brown,
For the digital war, brother.
Yeah, I know.
Stay woke.
Russians can't see me. Sydney Brown in studio with us, as usual, as a producer of the show and editorial director of WeAreReadRadio.com, Cal Means, and Tony Gill, who might bless us with his presence today. Maybe. Tony gave us that great opening, and shout out to Tony. Ryan's not here. Ryan B's not here today. He's doing big things though. He's running Windy City today, right? He's doing something Windy City Underground. Shout out to our sister station.
Windy City Bulls.
Oh, Windy City Bulls.
Yeah. That's what I thought when you said the Underground. I thought it was with the Bulls.
I thought he was bringing in Amigos over there all the time.
No.
This is Ryan B, and I want to hear the Amigos.
He's out in Houston States with the Windy City Bulls.
Yeah, he's doing his thing with the Windy City Bulls. But no, man, how was your week, bro?
It was a cool week. Had the kids yesterday and my niece, so it was a busy day to say the least. And my daughter was there. People's been driving crazy. I know I come to give you my driving report. I only had one incident of somebody trying to merge into my lane there. But that's
what cars do.
No, I mean, but when I'm right there and you're trying to merge, when you're ahead of me, you're merging, and this is just like, forget you, I'm coming in type chicanery. But this week, been a busy week, but hasn't been a bad week. We did, because of Halloween, you went trick or treating, we didn't give everybody a flip, and we got an interview coming up with Weekend Gabe sooner or later.
Yeah.
So that's how my week's been like. What's your week?
Did y'all go trick or treating? No.
Kenton went to 2 parties. That's why.
Oh, that's what's up. Gonna turn up.
So the
Daddy, I'm too old for trick or treating.
No, I mean he wanted to. It just didn't fall out like that. He had a party at the school. Then he went to another party with my sister-in-law.
Is the
bad haul in Halloween? Not a lot of candy this year.
Around the neighborhood, or you just was like, get out of here, punk?
No, he didn't. Usually we get it from him. He didn't. He had a bad haul because of the party. He go trick or treat. So
okay,
my candy is low.
Let me ask you your trick or treating etiquette. Costume, no costume, they still get candy.
They would.
And is it an age limit or height limit?
I'll be honest with you. I haven't had someone come to trick or treat. Maybe they came last year, but since I moved, I would say like the old place. Yeah, they would come. But I think the part of the problem is I probably get home first, and I get home at like 6:18, 6:15. And it seems like most of these kids nowadays, their parents are taking them trick or treating especially since it's getting dark.
Yeah, it's getting dark.
And around 6 something, it's starting to cap off. So I'm not seeing anybody. I had candy, they didn't come get it. I'm eating. I am. I mean,
I bought all these Snickers for you, little punks.
Yeah, they were Snickers, and I'm not a Snicker guy. I prefer, even though I'll eat them, I like the sweet and sour.
You a Twizzler dude.
I'm a Twizzler guy.
You a Twizzler.
Yeah. Anything like that, it's like I said, the sweet and sour straw, but the basis of that is a Twizzler basis.
Right.
Basically. So yeah, I love that type of candy for the most part.
No, trick or treating was good. We went up to Andersonville as we always do. Met the niece and nephew and the in-laws up there. They have it down packed. This is when you know when you go to kind of affluent neighborhoods, and it's like, man, y'all got things organized. It's like people on each corner. Come on through. Stop signs, flashlights. It was a block of time you could only trick or treat to. 4:30 to 7:30. That's it. That's all we got. Okay. So it's like everything is organized. But what's crazy, man, it was so many people out there. More people than I've ever seen. And they were saying that this past Halloween was the coldest in 21 years. It didn't seem cold to us. Maybe all that body heat over there. I don't know. It didn't seem that bad to us. We took the dog out and everything. It was cool. But man, they loaded up on candy. Shout out to Andersonville as usual. The kids straight up left with, I mean, it was almost like duffel bags full of candy. Like, I can't carry this no more, Daddy. You need to come get some of this candy. And then it was like lines of people. It was like it was Black Friday in some of these folks' houses. It was lines of folks just standing there for candy. And then you get there like, man, I'm all out. Then some people like, man, take whatever you want. So it was, man, they made it like bandits this year. It was a good trick or treating this year. Grace had a Halloween party at our school, but it was cool though. It was cool. It wasn't that bad. Good trick or treating. Good trick or treating. Good trick or treating this year. Yeah. Shout out to Andersonville.
Shout out to the cabinet.
Yeah, the good money.
You get wrong, you have the full chocolate bars out there.
Man, they had everything.
Really?
These folks, I mean, my goodness. I mean, over there, it's like $1 million homes. Okay. So these folks got that long money. Okay. They can afford. Oh, I can go to Costco and get about 4-5 boxes of straight up sneakers.
Straight sneakers.
Long money, good candy.
Straight sneakers. Sid, what about you?
Nothing too much for me this week. Watching the World Series. It was one of the most entertaining World Series that I've seen in my lifetime.
Yeah, it was good.
Outside of 2005, of course, I'm slightly biased because I'm a White Sox fan. But shout out to Carlos Correa for doing what he did at the end of the game, proposing to his girlfriend with a big-size, stadium-sized ring.
Miss Texas.
Yes.
And Yellow Rodriguez.
You put that on the board.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yes, you can.
No trick-or-treat type stuff?
No. And I told somebody this at my other job earlier this week. I don't give a damn about Halloween. But someone gives me free candy, fine. If not that, I don't give a damn.
I ain't giving it, but you giving it, I take it.
Exactly.
Did they egg your car?
No.
Wait a minute, okay, because Sydney and I went to high school together, and he still lives around the neighborhood. So, do they come up to the complexes and knock on doors?
No, they don't bother apartment complexes. They just mess with houses. That's it.
Right? Yeah. So I'm guessing around the old neighborhood though. It was probably going hard though. Is a lot of kids around there?
Yes,
it is.
A little bit more than I thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just watching them.
No. Not like you, Mr. Creep.
Ooh, Sydney, there's another one. Oh, so young. You know what? Real quick, I don't know if we ever get to this for the show. How much?
Yeah,
we got a couple minutes. Man, all this stuff going down with Kevin Spacey and these kids and stuff. My goodness. I don't know if we're going to get a chance to really touch on it. It's more of a flip discussion, but I just want to tee it up right now.
He pulled the flip.
Oh, my goodness.
He's like, hey, man, you're out there, you're molesting. He was like, let me announce something.
And I was a drunkie.
Watch this diversion real quick.
Shell game. Switch. Okay.
Like that explains it.
Drop that.
House of Cards over.
Yeah, man.
Kill it.
Well, they gonna kill him. That's what's gonna happen. That show makes way too much money.
Showed me a clip. It was a Family Guy clip, and Stewie's like running from the back room naked, and he's like something like, "I just escaped Kevin Spacey's basement."
Are you serious?
And this is not
like
a new
while ago.
Yeah, so again, it's one of those instances where people, of course, know that these people are doing all kinds of chicanery.
What's the dude who does
Harvey Weinstein?
No. Well, about Harvey Weinstein, what's the dude that does Family Guy? What's the guy's name? What is his name?
Seth MacFarlane.
He made a Weinstein joke back years ago at the Oscar presentation. Like, yeah, none of y'all gotta act like y'all like Harvey Weinstein. So obviously he must know what his sponsors have been. Man, I didn't know about Kevin Spacey though. Not saying anything wrong with it.
Didn't know what about it.
I didn't know he was gay. Now you look at the show, it's like, oh wow.
You never had an inkling that perhaps he swings it multiple ways.
I don't look at things like that.
I'm just saying that.
No. You are who you are. I don't care. I just didn't know.
I could surmise he was a free agent.
Really?
It wouldn't. If you told me, I wouldn't be like, no, I didn't know. I wouldn't. I'd be like, okay. Not shocking to me, buddy.
Hey, I didn't know, but man, it's like coming out.
Dude, he didn't even really address it. He was like, man, listen, the boy.
He's going away now. His career's done.
Yeah, head down there.
He was old enough. Seemed like he was ready. Seems like you're ready. Kevin Spacey said you're ready.
Oh man, I actually read an article about the kid. This is somebody else, not even the guy else on Star Trek. I forgot his I think his last name was Rap or something. Mm-hmm. It's another dude who was in a play with, and yeah, man. But you know what? This is just the beginning, though. This is just the beginning. It's gonna go into sports. It's gonna go into politics. Already kind of politics. It's gonna go. Everybody's gonna start coming down.
Hashtag me too. All right, we'll be right back on the other side of this break. D and Davis Show.
What's happening, y'all? This is actor Jay Washington from the Movie Landline. You're listening to the D and Davis Show right here on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Time to kick off your career in radio or TV broadcasting at the Illinois Media School's downtown Chicago campus. Call us at 312-884-8000 or visit 530 South State Street to learn how you can make your dreams of being on television and radio a reality. Don't take my word for it. Check out what some industry professionals said about the Illinois Media School.
Jonathan Hood, ESPN 1000.
Not many people can say that they love their career, but I certainly do. I like helping the next generation of broadcasters discover their passion. How do you discover yours? Learn how to be a sports talk show host, a producer, do play-by-play, and shoot and edit video. Get hands-on training on air and behind the scenes. You'll have a chance to get internships at radio or TV stations where you can tap into the knowledge of industry pros. With job placement assistance, you can start your career in 1 year. They have affordable tuition and financial aid for those who qualify. So why waste another minute in a career that you don't love? Go to beonair.com/Chicago Sports. Go to the website right now. beonair.com/Chicago Sports.
UFC is headed back to NYC for UFC 217 3-title fights. Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw, which means we are
Hey with the boys!
And it's the return of George St. Pierre versus Michael Bisping. George is
I'm not impressed by your performance.
While Michael lays out a game plan.
And he's going to be frozen like this, like a lizard. That doesn't want to move. Okay? And I will pounce. Pow!
Join us the next 2 weeks. UFC 217 preview. Thursday nights, 6 to 9 p.m. ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Raphael Young, host of Raphael Young Show on Chicagoland Sports Radio. Unfortunately, I'm disappointed that the Cubs will not be reaching the World Series champions, but at least I do have the Bears, Bulls, and Blackhawks to talk about during the regular season so far. Tune in every Monday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on the Raphael Young Show on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com, where it is not just sports, it's a way of life.
Find out how the Chicago Bears did against the Drew Brees and New Orleans Saints on Sunday, and find out what they will do this week to get ready for the Green Bay Packers on November 12th. Now that the Cubs made some changes around their coaching staffs, what other moves will they be making during this offseason? What kind of entertainment will the Bulls give us this week? Can Lauri Markkanen break another rookie record? Find out here on World Cup of Sports on Chicagoland Sports Radio. It's not just sports, it's a way of life.
What's up, everybody? This is Lewis from ZRL. Listen to us every Wednesday from 4 to 7 on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. We are live giving you the hottest takes on everything sports. Listen to me, Ryan, and Zoe, as Zoe gives you the craziest tales from the Red Line, our In the News segment, weekly interviews, and so much more. We're live from 4 to 7 on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com and the TuneIn app. See you there.
Hello. I want winners.
CSR Fantasy Football Live.
I want people that want to win.
The Withers Justin Adams.
Ryan B. Ski. Patrick Delaney Buckets.
Joseph Gregory.
Get your popcorn ready.
We're just here to answer all your questions, give you all the news that you will need to make the right moves for your team. We're just here to help you win a championship, dog.
You don't play to just play it. You play to win the game.
Tune in to CSR Fantasy Football Live.
Tuesday, 6 to 7
on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Ooh, yeah.
With seasons of baseball, Halloween, and pumpkin spice in the rearview mirror, me and Matt Ward look forward to what we're thankful for. Like the Bulls. Well, Lauri Markkanen. What about the Bears? Well, at least we got Mitch Trubisky.
On time to Zach Miller.
Tune in to K-Trade Show every Monday night from 7 to 9 with Kevin Tregoning and Matt Ward, only on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. That's 7 to 9 p.m. Monday nights.
How's it going? My name is Edgar Ibarra, and I'm very grateful for all the knowledge I received at the Illinois Media School. My 15-year career in radio has been a dream come true. I'm a radio DJ, I'm on the air, and I get to be a program director for 2 radio stations in Wisconsin. My dream became a reality with the Illinois Media School. Illinois Media School is a great school with great teachers and former students now working in the industry today on the radio stations you listen to and on the TV stations you watch every day. Illinois Media School, check it out. For more details, beonair.com.
I couldn't have said it better myself. This is Jonathan Hood, instructor at the Illinois Media School, formerly Illinois Center for Broadcasting. So many reasons for you to consider Illinois Media School: financial aid for those who qualify, real-world hands-on experience, internships, and so much more. Don't just take my word for it. Set up a tour at one of the 2 Chicagoland locations. Go to beonair.com/Chicago Sports to learn more. That's beonair.com/Chicago Sports.
D and David Show, ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. 773-966-2494 is the number. We're listening to us. You listen to us right now at ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. Just go to beonair.com. You're going to do what we do. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it pretty good up here. Yeah, you want to dance a little bit? Go ahead, turn it back up. You sure? you like you had the feeling right there.
I'm trying to get my energy up. My energy's low this morning.
Oh, what's wrong, man?
It's tired.
Yeah, I know. I feel you.
Yeah, the weather doesn't help either.
I actually kind of dig this weather. I like this kind of rainy weather.
Nah, it's good that, especially when I'm driving. It felt like my brakes were at like 60% coming in this bad boy. So
hydroplaning out there.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling, and there was more people out there that needed. So it's like, why are y'all out here right now? Take your ass home.
I need to go do the radio.
Come on. Damn it! I wish I could just walk downstairs and be here.
Oh man, that's the dream, brother.
As soon as I would do that, then we would be someplace else. I'd be like, see, I bought that condo for that. Now we north side, damn. So
all right, so listen, man, we got to obviously touch on the Chicago Bears. They was riding high. Sky high.
We did 2 different songs there.
Oh yeah, we did. We did. Bears lose to the New Orleans Saints
as we
20-12. Yeah. Was that the only game? Did you pick? Oh, you picked the Saints.
Yeah, I picked the Saints.
Somebody picked. Chuck
picked the Bears. He's the one that picked Bears.
Yeah. But listen, they had a chance. It came down to the ending. They had a chance to score, at least tie the game up when Mitchell Trubisky showed his rookie tendencies.
Yeah, I mean, Well, look, this is my only issue right now. He's still a rookie.
Right.
There's been some lapses of accuracy. It's kind of been the main issue. We can also put that on the talent of the receivers that he has, but I think that you've just seen a couple of little hiccups in his game. I do think he can improve on that. But we have to see. It's a growing process.
Exactly.
I mean, I have to see him with good receivers, but I also have to see him adjust some of his breakdowns and what he's doing when he's getting rid of the ball and stuff like that. So that's my only issue with Mitch Trubisky so far.
Now, what's pretty cool about this, we're taking the D and David show a little bit. I mean, we're doing our social media thing, man. It's really getting good. Shout out to Dedrin, and we're working pretty hard with that and to really get out there to the people. We're also now doing a pre and post game for the Chicago Bears. I think we're even going to do the Bears on the bye. We're still going to have some fun with the NFL. We're going to do a pre and post.
We wear white t-shirts. Is this official?
Yeah, we can just do that. Straight white tees.
Okay. Straight white tees.
Straight white tees.
I got to get one of those long ones that people were wearing in the early odds. It's like a dress.
A dress. Real big.
Start doing like snap dances.
And a do-rag with a headband around it.
Watch me day.
So you can check us out also too on Facebook.com/D and David Show. And also our Instagram. Facebook.com is going to be for the pregame. Postgame is going to be Instagram. So we go to Instagram.
We'll do it twice.
You don't want to do it twice?
It's not that I don't want to do it. It's just that noon time is the beginning of Sunday drinking. So then
you can drink?
Yeah, but I don't really like to be on
just don't get to smash. Oh, you're talking about afterwards.
Yeah.
That's when the good stuff comes out though.
I'm just saying. So
let me tell you something. When we get our own spot, always gonna be some of that going on.
Really? I don't want to do Drink Champs Chicago.
We ain't gotta do Drink Champs like that. Go have some fun.
It just sounds bad to hear people like gone. It's not good. It's not like I enjoy having fun, but and I mean, look, it's cool if we're like outside and we accidentally consume too much. But like when that's part of what you're doing or your show, it makes it sound like maybe you have a couple issues. Mind you, I love that show, but sometimes I feel like y'all can do this sipping. Like you don't have to go.
What's that right there?
Especially at the age that you get to. You get to a certain age. I saw a little bit of a clip of Crit on The Breakfast Club.
Oh, okay.
And he's talking about how he had to kind of stop drinking because he basically realized he was an alcoholic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. And he was, and Charlamagne was saying to the fact, well, you weren't an alcoholic because alcoholics usually don't acknowledge that fact so early on. But still, it's something about somebody being really messed up.
Well, that's for the future. That's for the future. Well, back to the Bears. We were doing pre and post game, so check us out on that. But one of the things we touched on the fact you just brought up his accuracy, Mitchell Trubisky's accuracy, and I brought up the pass that he overthrew Tariq Cohen. You got to understand who you're throwing to.
It was a late jump.
It was.
But he
could have done it. Because they showed the clip of his before he was drafted, him doing a backflip and catching two footballs, whatever like that.
Which kind of had nothing to do with what was taken.
Nothing at all. He was overthrown and he's only 5'6".
Exactly. Now I was like, this doesn't really correlate. Yeah, I was like, we've been waiting to play that flip clip. Play the flip clip. Like it was like, okay.
Show the little boy flip. Look at him dancing. So I'll agree with you. I think it's sometimes his accuracy kind of goes in and out, but it's also due to the fact that he's under a lot of pressure. That offensive line is not really holding up the way we thought it might have.
Shout out to Bobby Madison.
Whew, man.
Shout out Bobby Madison.
He won't be on the Bears next year.
Hope not.
He won't be on it. That offensive line is going to look different. And you know what? I can probably say this too. I don't know how much longer Chris Long has. Kyle Long, sorry. Now Chris is in Philly. Kyle. I don't know how much he has left in the tank, man. He's always getting hurt.
Well,
always.
We kind of went to the season knowing that he's going to be banged up this season and next season, basically.
But damn, I know everybody comes in banged up playing NFL football. But good lordy, he can't stay on the field. How many Pro Bowls did he go to?
Like 3.
3? Mm-hmm. And after that, and one of the years he was banged up too.
Yeah.
I mean, it has nothing to. I mean, it's just his body, injuries, whatever like that. But man, that's something. He can't stay on the field. That offensive line is going to look different.
I still think he'll be part of it. I think he's still going to have sitting there. He's still going to have Cody Whitehair. They just gave Leno.
What kind of rope you giving him?
They just gave Leno fresh cash.
Well, Leno can be a serviceable guy who can kind of, I ain't gonna say move around everywhere, but he could be your tackle, or whatever.
All right. I said I want them to get a tackle in the draft.
Yeah, I know. But going back to Kyle Long, how much of a rope you give him? If you're in the front office, you like to play GM. Mm-hmm. How long would you give him?
I give him a lot of rope.
You don't give him a lot of rope.
He has fresh
cash.
Okay, all right. I mean, and he's the leader of that offense. Look, it depends on this to answer your question. How much is he hurting us? And is there someone who, if Kyle Long is at 70%, their 100% is better than Kyle Long 70%. So that's kind of where I'll be leaning. But with him having an ankle and whatever messed up torn labrum,
I think it's someone's hand this past. Was it his hand this past Sunday? It's something everywhere.
So that we knew that it was going to take him a minute to come back from both of those. So I'm still looking at it late next year. You're supposed to kind of get the Kyle Long that you think about. I'm sure he's going to have some type of surgery in this offseason.
Right. And right now they're 3-5 right now, Sydney?
Yes.
3-5. So
yeah, because this is a bye.
Yeah, so they're 2 games up under 500. I know at least my prediction was their watermark would be 6 games. So if they can win like another 3, that would be something. I don't think nobody else is gonna. They're not gonna surprise anybody, like make this incredible run. They just don't have it in them. The defense has it. The defense has it. The offense right now, just they seem like they're being led by a rookie quarterback.
What about Jarrell Freeman?
Oh man, that would. You know what? That's an interesting topic. 773-966-2494 is the number. D and Davis Show, ChicagoLandSportsRadio.com. That's interesting because it seems as if he was really hiding it himself. It was more so the whole football mentality. No, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. But he's linking the drug use, not drug use since he's doing something like street illegal, but the PEDs to the concussions. Is it a simple fact he's saying like he doesn't know that he's doing it, or he doesn't understand why he's doing it?
Seems like he inferred that, but I mean, I think we all know he's a fringe player who is a max effort guy.
He is,
and he's basically trying to make sure he can stay out there and earn as much money as he possibly can before his career is over. And it looks like,
which is understandable.
His career may be over. Not even the fact that he got popped for PBs again, but he can't be trusted to stay healthy.
Are you saying his career over in the NFL, or his career is over for the
I won't
Chicago
say
Bears?
necessarily NFL because I think we always see how linebackers get dinged up and you need extra linebackers. Even let's just say, and I think he will be in someone's training camp, but he still has to serve 10 games.
Yeah,
But I think somebody will bring him in if they have a lack of linebackers, and he's a good player, so he's going to get another chance, I believe. Unless he doesn't want to play. I think he's going to get another chance. Perhaps his family, though, will kind of be like, maybe you should just chill out, and hopefully he saved up enough money that he doesn't have to play for financial reasons. But right now, we're going to go to Cindy Brown for our Chicagoland Sports Update.
Chicagoland Sports Radio Sports Update.
At 11:30, I am Cindy Brown with your ChicagolandSportsRadio.com headlines brought to you by the Illinois Media School. For more information on careers in broadcasting, please go to BeOnAir.com. To the NBA, the Bulls will host the New Orleans Pelicans at the UC tonight at 7 p.m. To the NFL, the Blackhawks will travel to Minnesota to face the Wild tonight at 7. To the NFL, the Bears will have a bye week this week. Their next game is next Sunday at home against the Green Bay Packers at noon. And to college football, one score to report. Locally, Illinois at Purdue. Illinois and Purdue are tied at 7 late first quarter action. This update is also brought to you by University of Chicago men's basketball. The season opening broadcast will be November 18th when they take on Rose Pullman at 3 p.m. I'm Sidney Brown. You're listening to Chicagoland Sports Radio. It's not just sports, it's a way of life.
Dean Davis Show here on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. Look like you got a toothpick in your mouth.
That's all I'm missing. Some cognac.
Yeah,
some
I
glasses.
feel like when my eyes were squinted, I swear you had a toothpick in your mouth. Like it was like that scene from What They Do. You tell them get off the bass and the drums, like get off that damn bass. Anybody, that's the roots for your hip hop lesson today.
There you go.
Very old roots.
That's good stuff right there, man. That was good right there.
Oh yeah. What they do. Oh, the good old days.
Now they're getting paid big time on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
Yes, they are.
They're big time.
Shouts out to them.
Yeah.
They don't need the music game no more.
Yes. Well, yeah, the music game needs them.
Oh, I agree, but they don't have to do it.
No, they don't. I mean, but we don't also know what their bills are. They may have to do it because they may have some nice stuff they still paying on.
Oh, you know something we don't know?
I got something in my nose. Oh, you mean they're using coke?
What is this, Tony? Well, welcome to the show, Tony Gale's in the studio with us. Making insinuate accusations against Questlove. And
of course, the millennial would disrespect the traditional hip hop band.
And you said we don't know their bills. They might have a habit that needs to be funded.
Wow. You don't say that about groups, man.
That is hip hop royalty right there. You talking about?
Truly is.
And they can't be allowed to have the highest quality product.
The GQ article with Andre 3000.
No, but my boy Anton sent it to me. He said you gotta read.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But he talked about times that he was down in Atlanta. He was doing stuff he had no business doing. But he also said that his mother told him at one point that she was strung out on crack.
Oh, really?
He was like, I never would have thought the preacher's wife and all this. And he said she told him because at that time he said he was smoking a lot of marijuana. But he said his mother was probably worried about him. So she told him that story just out of the blue.
Yeah, because he went kind of cold turkey at the, what was that, ATLians?
Yeah.
He said he just stopped
so
doing
he's
everything.
a vegan and stuff. But he's now this was after that though.
Oh, really?
He said people still think he's a vegan. He's like, nah, It was a funny part.
I hate that slab real.
He said that people always, he's like, CeeLo always says, these women think we're sitting around with our legs crossed like Buddhist monks with incense, but we out here blanking these blanks. So
I can believe that.
Yeah, that's
I can
but
believe
it was a long read. I was like, damn, 15 minutes just flew by basically.
Was good though?
It was good. He said that he thought your boy was a better rapper than him.
Big Boy?
No, he's lying.
You thought Big Boy was a better MC? Hey, Big Boy is a dope MC.
Tight.
Dope MC.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people's cadences now you can trace back to Big Boy.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Hi, Tony.
It's pretty good art.
What is that pink stuff you got?
Strawberry milk?
It was like
like strawberry milk.
Pepto-Bismol. Yeah, I haven't had strawberry milk since I was like a kid.
I don't think I ever had it.
Honestly. I
That's
drink
your
at
addiction?
least. Yeah, that's my addiction. Strawberry milk. I love strawberry milk.
Fruity.
Is it like really sweet?
No, I just like strawberries and everything.
I love
involving
strawberries. I love the strawberry, but I never had the strawberry milk.
Yeah, every anything strawberry. I'm down.
So you walk around with like a little strawberry milk mustache on your mustache?
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
All right, we'll come back and talk about something a lot more serious than what we've just been yapping about. We're going to talk about the shuttering of DNA Info by Joe Ricketts. We're going to find out from Evan F. Moore exactly the reason why on the other side of this break. This is the D and Davis Show.
Hey, this is Rich Campbell from the Chicago Tribune, and you're listening to the Dean Davis Show.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is now the Illinois Media School. We've been an institution in the Chicagoland area now for 30 years. Because the broadcasting world is always changing, so are we. Not only are we teaching radio and television production, but now you can learn all aspects of the media industry, like web design. You can even specialize in TV or film, sports broadcasting, and even sales. No matter where you are in the Chicagoland area, we have a campus near you. The Illinois Media School. Be on TV, be on radio, beonair.com.
Nothing moves the blob. Every single week, this defense has played well. They play well.
You do well. You do well.
We need John Fox to trust Trubisky to throw the deep ball. No more of this 5-yard stuff.
See, Bobby Porter's beat him like he stole his Harold's chicken and mouse sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Cedric Farrell, a.k.a. Bob Block, with Matt Ward and Lonzo Wilson on the Bob Block Show. Fridays from 4 to 5 p.m. on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Raphael Young, host of Raphael Young Show on Chicagoland Sports Radio. Unfortunately, I'm disappointed that the Cubs will not be repeating as World Series champions, but at least I do have the Bears, Bulls, and Blackhawks to talk about during the regular season football. Tune in every Monday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on the Raphael Young Show on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com, where it is not just hooks, it's a way of life.
As the Chicago Cubs look to continue to retool in the offseason, we don't be acting a fool here.
You two have pulled some pranks in your day, but this one takes the cake.
You can join me, Charles Bragg, Richie, Sid the Kid, Ralph Hill, and Ryan Bogavetsky every Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. on deck. Also, see how the Chicago Bears continue to heat up.
The Bears are who we thought they were.
Then we'll also swing into NBA and some NHL with the Chicago Bulls and Chicago Blackhawks every Saturday on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
The UFC is headed back to NYC for UFC 217 3-title fights. Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw, which means we are
hanging with the boys.
And it's the return of George St. Pierre versus Michael Bisping. George is
I'm not impressed by your performance.
while Michael lays out a game plan.
And he's going to be frozen like this, like a lizard that doesn't want to move. Okay? And I will pounce. Pow!
Join us the next 2 weeks, UFC 217 preview, Thursday nights, 6 to 9 p.m., ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Hey, Chicagoland, no reason to fear here. Just because the Chicago Cup season is over doesn't mean we stop keeping you on the chase for October.
You and your whole lousy operation stinks.
Join me, Charles Price Richie, every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. on Point. As I continue to break down who comes out of the Keelan Hill in the World Series. The NFL Chicago Bears, Chicago Bulls, and Chicago Blackhawks every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Find out how the Chicago Bears did against the Drew Brees and New Orleans Saints on Sunday, and find out what they will do this week to get ready for the Green Bay Packers on November 12th. Now that the Cubs made some changes around their coaching staffs, what other moves will they be making during this offseason? What kind of entertainment will the Bulls give us this week? Can Lauri Markkanen break another rookie record? Find out here on World Cup of Sports on Chicagoland Sports Radio. It's not just sports, it's a way of life.
You don't need no bodyguard. Still young. I know your knees bad, but you could probably run fast if you get into it.
I mean, I can throw hands like that.
You know Bobby can.
Tune to the game Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
How's it going? My name is Edgar Ibarra, and I'm very grateful for all the knowledge I received at the Illinois Media School. My 15-year career in radio has been a dream come true. I'm a radio DJ, I'm on the air, and I get to be a program director for 2 radio stations in Wisconsin. My dream became a reality with the Illinois Media School. Illinois Media School is a great school with great teachers and former students now working in the industry today on the radio stations you listen to and on the TV stations you watch every day. Illinois Media School, check it out. For more details, beonair.com.
I couldn't have said it better myself. This is Jonathan Hood, instructor at the Illinois Media School, formerly Illinois Center for Broadcasting. So many reasons for you to consider Illinois Media School: financial aid for those who qualify, real-world hands-on experience, internships, and so much more. Don't just take my word for it. Set up a tour at one of the 2 Chicagoland locations. Go to beonair.com/Chicago Sports to learn more. That's beonair.com/Chicago Sports.
D and Davis Show on ChicagoLandSportsRadio.com, reaching out to FNF More right now to talk about the shuttering of DNA info. Sitting here, we have another debate since Tony Gill, our producer and also wonderful sound guys, entered the room to talk a little bit about this debate that took place last night between D and Tony about who was better in their prime, Scottie Pippen or Dwayne Wade, which was just an interesting. I feel like I know where I fall on this, but at times I feel like I don't know exactly where I fall.
I just don't think you can go wrong either way.
Oh yeah,
no, you what? Scottie Pippen's one of the. Don't get me started on Scottie. Scottie Pippen was my favorite basketball player growing up. Obviously, Mike was the greatest of all time, but I love Scottie's game. I love Scottie.
When people tell me that Scottie Pippen was their favorite player,
what?
I know what their mindset is in terms of trying to be great.
Dude, he was one of the greatest players of all time.
But he wasn't Mike.
What are you talking? No, nobody's Mike.
You guys rooted for the sidekick.
No, I said I love his game.
My favorite. Michael Jordan was my favorite player. What are you talking about?
I love
Scottie, but I mean, you said my favorite player.
I love his game.
Like that's his.
I just love his game.
Outcast thing where he chooses Big Boy
I
over
love Big
Andre.
Boy. I love Big Boy.
He's something to that.
I love Big Boy's stuff.
Like
I mean, he called me
Transformers. He liked Bumblebee more than he liked Optimus Prime.
No, I was more of a no, actually, I'm more of a Decepticon.
You look like a Decepticon.
I like the Decepticon. No, I really loved watching Scottie's game. Obviously, looking at Michael Jordan was like looking at the Mona Lisa every night. It was it's Michael Jordan, no doubt. But just looking at Scottie's game, man, he can do everything, literally everything.
See, I don't think Scottie becomes Scottie if he's left to his own devices, though.
Man, a lot of people. You can listen.
A lot of people.
Not Dwayne.
Not Dwayne. What?
For the specifics of the conversation.
But look at what Dwayne had, though. Look at what he had. It's not as if he was like, oh, I'm the dude. I'm the second greatest NBA shooting guard of all time. He had Shaq, not Shaq, LA Shaq, but he had Shaq, a motivated Shaq who wanted to prove LA wrong. He had that. And then he gets who's going to probably be able to rival Michael Jordan's greatest player of all time, LeBron James. Come on, man. Come on now.
But don't act like he was the best player on that Shaq team, though. Come on.
Easily.
Yeah, he was the best player on that Shaq team. But what I'm saying, though, you still had to have somebody, and he had Shaq, the most dominating NBA player of all time. Shaquille O'Neal, the big Aristotle. Come on now, y'all. Y'all act as if Scottie was like, saying the fourth banana.
No,
he's not.
He was second fiddle for the entirety of his career, which Dwayne Wade has never been until LeBron.
Would you be second fiddle? To Michael Jordan?
No, I mean even when Mike left.
He was not second fiddle when he left. Who was better than him?
No, what I'm saying is, did you trust Scottie to win you a championship with Mike?
Dude, they got screwed in the second round of the NBA playoffs over Hugh Holland.
That's fine. And then we got smacked in the finals. Then what?
How you know that?
Come on.
How do you know that?
You was gonna put Bill Cartwright on Hakeem?
Maybe.
Did you ever see what Bill Cartwright did to Patrick Ewing?
Yeah, that's Patrick Ewing. You see what Hakeem did to Patrick Ewing?
Very true. Well, that was '94. They might have lost to Houston. Houston was rolling.
They were going to lose.
I think Chicago. I think the Bulls beat Houston in the regular season twice that year, though. In '94. So. But then wait a minute.
Texas Triangle used to kill the Bulls.
No, I remember seeing an interview with Kenny Smith saying like, we lost to them in the regular season, but we think we would have had them. We think we could have had them in the. We could have had them in the finals when we met up with them. So that was that.
Like what happened?
Yeah, it must be a communication problem. Evan said he wants to come on later.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Just letting everybody know.
Oh yeah, what's going on? Yeah. Go ahead, Tony.
No, because I think I don't know if the Bulls, even with Jordan, beat that Houston team. Because you're saying that the Bulls win basically 5 straight.
Dude, let me tell you this: they may not. I don't think they would have won 8 straight because they would have been worn down.
I think Houston gets 1 at least if Mike plays throughout that decade. I think Houston gets them 1 time.
Look, that Kenny Smith, Sam Cassell, Vernon Maxwell backcourt, Mike would have took their lunch.
Mike and Scotty would have took it.
Yeah, that I'm gonna say that one. Now, when you add Clyde to it, see something in Clyde Drexler's heart when he saw Michael Jordan. Stop me. He crumbled. Look, well, we have these debates. So But J.R. Bangs asked a question on Facebook. Who was the second best shooting guard in the 90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny to see everybody's reaction. So some people was like Clyde, which now if we're talking about his numbers.
Yeah, Clyde was great.
Yeah, but did Clyde take over the game to where you be like, oh, he the man?
Well, he went to 2 NBA finals. They obviously
he went
both
to 3. He went to 2.
3? Oh yeah, right. Okay, well, I'm thinking about Trailblazers. In his prime, he went to 2 with the Trailblazers. He was man. Clyde Drexler was an unbelievable player, but it goes back to your point.
Nice.
You go back to his your point though. When he played against Mike, was that 93?
He didn't realize it was a competition.
Man, Mike was like, "Let me show you something right quick, buddy."
He didn't realize. Like, I didn't know when he took it personal. Like, yeah, of course, you two are mano a mano. He's going to prove that there's a separation between the two of you.
And he wanted to prove that too.
So some people said Joe Dumars, and then it was like a lot of people like, dude, by basically by 95, Joe Dumars was
done.
Yeah,
it was done.
So mine's, of course, since people talking records, I was like, all right, since people are talking records here, I already gave my answer. I said, I'm going to nominate Drazen Petrovic and Latrell Sprewell. Since we out here,
hold on. Petrovic, man, before he passed away, he was dropping numbers before he died. He was dropping numbers on the Bulls, man. He was scoring.
But I said Reggie Miller.
Ooh.
People were saying Mitch Richmond.
I actually like Clyde better than Reggie.
Clyde couldn't do it, Reggie. Look, Clyde's game was more rounded than Reggie's. But Reggie,
you saying the second best, right?
Yeah, what Reggie could do with just shooting and his mouth.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Against the best.
Phenomenal.
In the East at that time, I think it's Reggie. Like that, I think it's Reggie. I'm not saying he's...
Even though all the times the Knicks knocked them out, too?
What about when they knocked out the Knicks?
It was only like one time, though.
All he had was Derek McKee, Rick Smith, and the Davis boys was barely the Davis boys. Think about that. Who did he have with him? Hayward Workman. Until Mark Jackson got there and started backing everybody down from the half court.
The big booty back down.
I'm just backing down.
I don't know about that one, kid. I don't know if I would take
you Reggie over Clyde Drexler.
You can't say that.
Man, Clyde was Clyde can hoop.
Can Clyde knock this shot down? We need it right now.
But Clyde can get your numbers.
I got to get the ball to Terry Porter.
Are we talking about
Drew and Curry? Get your big ass go slam this for me.
Man, so rest in peace.
Buck Williams hit a 15-footer for him. Like, dude, I think about this. How many game-winning shots in your head do you have, Clyde Drexler?
Oh, not that many,
I don't have one. I bet you don't either.
No, I don't. But Reggie Miller, maybe I'll come over to you a little bit. He did push, for the most part, as much as you could, the Bulls. But back then, man, in the 90s, Bulls taking out everybody. So it was kind of like a blip on the radar.
And all he had was Jalen Rose. And Jalen Rose didn't even know Jalen Rose.
One of NBA appearance.
Underused Jalen Rose.
He was when he just came to
Denver. So 1 NBA Finals compared to 2 NBA Finals. In the West, that was pretty stacked back then, but you went up against Michael Jordan in the East and the Knicks in the East and Orlando and all those guys in the East.
The East wasn't weak back then.
East was not weak back then. No, it wasn't.
Are you talking about 2 NBA Finals appearances from Drexler?
In Portland, though. And even
right.
I'm just talking about his prime in Portland. I'm talking about
it's just 2.
I don't know about that one. That's a good one, though, Ken. That's a good one.
But a lot of people gave Mitch Richmond love.
Mitch Richmond he could hoop too.
And defensively, Mitch Richmond was locking full time.
He would kind of go tip for tap with Mike. Kind of. It wasn't that many who could.
And getting back to the Houston-Chicago comparison, I think Tony was bringing up earlier. I did watch. I don't know if you guys watched that Clutch City special on NBA TV they did over the summer about the Houston Rockets championship
I
team.
didn't see that.
Vernon Maxwell was a poor man's John Starks in the sense that he can get under Michael's skin. Right. Michael did get him literally in on the court, but
scared of him.
No.
I thought Kenny Smith was like, man, what's wrong with dude?
But Maxwell's only a few places to get on the Michael Jordan's team. It was him, Starks, and I'm not going to say lesser extent, but he did more so of his play, Joe Dumars.
I think out of all the teams they faced in the final, I think still those Houston teams in the middle of the 90s would have gave them the hardest challenge.
And Reggie Miller got him.
That's why he scratched his face, yeah.
Are you? Was that? I guess I would say yes. I'm thinking about the two Utah teams they played.
I think
Two Utah teams
were the worst. I mean, were the hardest.
The hardest. I'm trying to compare the Rockets teams to the Utah teams. At that peak, because
the Houston Rockets were a little bit younger than those Utah teams.
They were. That was a little bit.
But think about this when we're saying,
and you got Hakeem Olajuwon.
But the Houston Rockets teams that were younger, that was before the Bulls got. That was 3 years or 4 years before the Bulls faced Utah. So in a way, they're the same age. But we're looking at it because we keep putting it where that's in between two Bulls three-peat runs.
That's true.
So I mean, look, Hakeem Olajuwon at one point was the best basketball player on the planet, bar none. If you argued and said that he was the greatest center, I can name some different stuff. But for that period of time, I had never seen a big man do what he could do on the basketball court. It's unquestionable.
When he hit his prime, yeah.
When he was in his prime. But looking at the players around him, which I guess is a compliment to Rudy Tarjanovic and their management. You look at the sum of the whole was better than the parts by itself. I mean, you had the emergence of Robert Horry. This is when he first became Big Shot Bob. Sam Cassell, remember for a period.
He was a rookie when they won that first game.
And it kind of was like, man, this Cassell was at a fluke for a second, because that second season it was like, wait, is he real? Is he that type of guy, whatever? And I don't think until he got to the Nets where it was confirmed that, he is that type of guy when he can go out and score like that. So, I mean, it's interesting. I think they would have given them a run. They could have perhaps beaten them. I say this. I've never seen Michael Jordan lose in the finals. Have you? Well, I think I have to go off of that.
Yeah. I've never seen Scottie Pippen lose in the finals. Have you?
I've never seen him make more finals.
I haven't seen Michael Jordan make more finals either. They were tied to the hip. It was tied to the hip. It is what it is. I've seen Dwayne Wade lose. How many times in the finals? 3 times? 2 times? 2 times.
Oh no, he lost.
2011.
Yeah.
2014.
Yeah, just 2 times, right? Just 2 times.
But I'm honestly surprised that so many people are like, just, what do you mean? Scottie Pippen is definitely better than Dwayne Wade. Like, I'm just surprised so many people
Scottie in his prime. Man, dude. Am I the only one who remember how great Scottie Pippen was as a player?
Great, but I do think you're also dissing Dwayne Wade.
I'm not. Listen, I am not. I'm just thinking when we talk about basketball players, we talk about all around.
Kobe at that point.
Who was better than Kobe?
People were arguing that Dwayne Wade was better than Kobe. This was still
Kobe. When prime Wade, it was still nice, but 08 to like
Kobe
2010 Wade
40 now,
but better than Kobe.
At that time, there was an argument between Kobe and LeBron at that point because LeBron was really coming to his own at that time too.
Imagine you, D Wade's putting himself into that argument. But there were some people that liked D Wade's game more than LeBron's back in that.
True. Because at that time, D Wade replaced the argument of Kobe and McGrady.
I mean, but Kobe was 4 or 5 years older than Dwayne. 4 years older than Dwayne, and how many years older than LeBron? Like 7, something like that.
Yeah,
6 or 7.
But 2 to 3 years, Wade was the second best player in the NBA after LeBron.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. So we're saying D and David Show, ChicagoLandSportsRadio.com. If you want to get into this debate, please do 773-966-2494. We also on Twitter at D and David Show. Same thing with Instagram. So when you're saying that he's the second best player in the league, that was LeBron James. What year?
That was when LeBron was running off consecutive MVPs.
So they was on the team at the same time together?
No. Like a couple years before LeBron got there. Yeah.
Okay. No, this had to be 08-09.
So
that was the argument between Kobe and LeBron at the time. Who was the best
there's not even a season. That 08-09 was Wade's best individual season.
It was.
The MVP probably should have went there. It went to LeBron.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Probably should have went there.
What year did Kobe win his?
06? Was it 06?
Ken, do you remember? What year?
I'll look it up.
Oh man, mind my business. I don't know why.
What I'm saying, you take Scotty's best season, you take Wade's best season.
94
It's not even fair.
How is that not even fair?
It's not even fair, D. If you take that 08-09 season versus what? Pippen's 95, 94?
The one thing I will say, because go ahead.
Kobe Bryant's lone MVP regular season was 2008.
All right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So 2008, he won a Kobe. He won a Kobe.
07-08.
07-08. So wait a minute. So we're looking at the 94 season of Scottie Pippen versus what you said. What year for Dwayne?
08-09.
08-09. So 93, 94, 08, 09. The totality, and granted, what Ken said is completely true. Dwayne Wade probably did lead at least his shooting guards and blocks that year. With scoring and blocks
for a few years.
He was blocking. Because he's like 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". He was crazy, right? The totality, though, of what Scottie Pippen could do, score, rebound, assist, defend, all that. I think it's kind of hard. I think it's kind of...
So Draymond Green.
Listen,
Wait.
Oh, hell no.
So Draymond Green is one of the best players.
Wade was a playmaker too.
Yeah, he was. I think it's a good debate. I think it's a very good.
All right, we're gonna come back on the side of this break. Eugene McIntosh from It's the Bigs is gonna join us to talk some MLB. This is the D and Davis Show.
This is Deion Miller from ABC 7 Sports. You're listening to the D and Davis Show.
The Blackhawks are off to a pretty good start this season.
Right to the goal. The shoot is gone.
Other teams look good as well.
Let's get stride. He scores. Great success.
And then there's other teams and players that make me want to say,
It's only a game. Why do you have to be mad? Buddy, you suck at hockey.
find out all the breaking NHL news and more on the Penalty Box with the Slasher and the Iceman. Tuesdays from 2 to 4 on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
The UFC is headed back to NYC for UFC 217 3-title fights. Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw, which means we are
hanging with the boys.
And it's the return of George St. Pierre versus Michael Bisping. George is...
I'm not impressed by your performance.
While Michael lays out a game plan.
And it's going to be frozen like this, like a lizard. That doesn't want to move. Okay? And I will pounce. Pow!
Join us the next 2 weeks, UFC 217 preview, Thursday nights, 6 to 9 p.m., ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Hi, I'm Rob Rose, and I'm one of the instructors here at Illinois Media School. I've been teaching here at the school since 2010, as a matter of fact, between Lombard and Chicago campuses. This is definitely the place to come. It's going to prepare you for absolutely everything that you need to know about the broadcast industry. We're talking radio, television, web, podcasting, absolutely everything. Get in touch with the school and take advantage of it. Make it your career. Do it now. I'm Rob Rose, nights on 100.3 WSHE in Chicago, and I am IMS.
Yeah, NBA power forward or somebody bodyguard.
Hey man,
Look what I did to this man's face.
I'm hiring, bro. Like, I need it. I need those.
You don't need no bodyguard. Still young. I know your knees bad, but you could probably run fast if you get into it.
I mean, I can throw hands like that.
You know Bobby can.
Tune to the game Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Find out how the Chicago Bears did against the Drew Brees and New Orleans Saints on Sunday, and find out what they will do this week to get ready for the Green Bay Packers on November 12th. Now that the Cubs made some changes around their coaching staffs, what other moves will they be making during this offseason? What kind of entertainment will the Bulls give us this week? Can Lauri Markkanen break another rookie record? Find out here on World Cup of Sports on Chicagoland Sports Radio. It's not just sports, it's a way of life.
Out of all the schools I applied to, Illinois Media School was the first to personally guide me through the financial aid process. Not only did the school offer classes in my field, but hands-on experience with all of today's modern broadcasting equipment. Illinois Media School gave me all the tools I needed to find a career in broadcasting. While in class, I worked one-on-one with real professionals in the television and radio industry. Job placement helped me find the perfect internship where I had real, on-the-job training. No other school offers a program as exciting and educational as this. My name is Mandy, and Illinois Media School helped me achieve my career in broadcasting.
I could have said it better myself. This is Jonathan Hood, instructor at the Illinois Media School, formerly Illinois Center for Broadcasting. There's so many reasons for you to consider Illinois Media School. You can go if you don't like the college that you go to, you don't like the major, or maybe you just want a fresh start for someplace new. Go to beonair.com/Chicago Sports and learn more. That's beonair.com/Chicago Sports.
How's it going? My name is Edgar Ibarra, and I'm very grateful for all the knowledge I received at the Illinois Media School. My 15-year career in radio has been a dream come true. I'm a radio DJ, I'm on the air, and I get to be a program director for 2 radio stations in Wisconsin. My dream became a reality with the Illinois Media School. Illinois Media School is a great school with great teachers and former students now working in the industry today on the radio stations you listen to and on the TV stations you watch every day. Illinois Media School, check it out. For more details, beonair.com.
I couldn't have said it better myself. This is Jonathan Hood, instructor at the Illinois Media School, formerly Illinois Center for Broadcasting. So many reasons for you to consider Illinois Media School: financial aid for those who qualify, real-world hands-on experience, internships, and so much more. Don't just take my word for it. Set up a tour at one of the 2 Chicagoland locations. Go to beonair.com/Chicago Sports to learn more. That's beonair.com/Chicago Sports.
You're listening to ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. It's not just sports, it's a way of life.
Chicagoland Sports Radio Sports Update.
At 12 noon, I am Sydney Brown with your ChicagolandSportsRadio.com update, brought to you by the Illinois Media School. For more information on our careers in broadcasting, please go to beonair.com. To the NHL, the Blackhawks will travel to Minnesota to face the Wild tonight at 7 o'clock. The Hawks ended their 3-game skid with a victory against Philadelphia on Wednesday. Other winners from the ice last night, one last time, Edmonton and Nashville. To the NBA, the Chicago Bulls defeated the Orlando Magic on the road 105-83 for their second win of the season. Just how they led Chicago with 19 points. Next game for the Bulls is tonight against the New Orleans Pelicans at 7 o'clock at the United Center. Other winners from the hardwood last night, one last time, Detroit, Philadelphia, Cleveland, Houston, the Knicks, New Orleans, San Antonio, Denver, Toronto, Boston, and the Los Angeles Lakers. To the NFL, the Bears are on their bye week, and their record stands at 3-5. Next game is next Sunday at home against Green Bay. And to college football, one score to report to you locally. In the second quarter, we have Purdue over Illinois by the score of 10-7 midway through the second. This update is also brought to you by University of Chicago men's basketball. The season opening broadcast will be November 18th when they take on Rose Coleman at 3 p.m. I'm Sidney Brown. You're listening to Chicagoland Sports Radio. It's not just sports, it's a way of life.
Demond Spruill. When I was 16, I grew up. I'd already been in the fights, all the big rituals. I'd already had probably, I hate to brag, so I'm not bragging, it's actually shameful, probably 150 women or more. That's conservative. Kenneth Davis. I'd had over 150 women. I'd already been in fights with full-grown men. I was already dating college girls by the time I was 15 years old. I was already a man at 16. Only on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Dean Davis Show here on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com, 773-966-2494. Eugene McIntosh will be joining us at 12:20 to talk about the MLB, the World Series, and the Cubs. Excuse me. Coffee. It's like that in this world. It's nasty outside. Gotta get my life straight.
It's all right.
Ride.
It's all right.
Move some weight. Young boy, move that dope. Young boy, move that dope.
No, we don't want all that to happen.
No, I can't. I gotta get in the drug game if I'm gonna make this happen.
No.
The Illinois Media School does not agree with anything that Davis is saying right now.
I'm sure they don't. I'm sure they don't.
So anyway, thinking about the NBA today, LeBron James scored 57 points last night.
57, 7,
11,
all of it.
All the numbers.
Two steals.
All the numbers.
All the numbers. All the rebounds.
All the pigs.
All the pig feet. No, it was a great game. It was one of the things where you see a lot of people on Twitter was like, he just made it look too easy. And they was going off of, because the Wizards was talking a little trash before coming in, right?
Yeah. They want to miss us in the second round.
Oh, really?
It's funny, but someone, I forget which one of the announcers, said prior to that game that people keep saying LeBron's going to the West and it doesn't make sense, but
would make sense for him to stay in the East and to go to Washington to play with those players.
Why would he do that?
I mean, because they're saying they have a really good backcourt. You have Otto Porter, LeBron would fit in at the 4.
Are we still thinking LeBron's going to leave Cleveland?
I don't know what LeBron going to do. Do you know what LeBron's going to do?
I don't think
If Lil Isaiah is all beat up, D-Wade.
You just move him.
D-Wade is ready to go.
You just move him too. That's his team.
I'm just saying.
You think LeBron going to lead, Tony?
I don't know what at this point LeBron's going to do. I mean, his friends can't save him anymore. His friends can't save him. I mean, they can't. They can't.
Banana Boat Crew can't do it now.
Wade can't do it. Paul can't do it. Melo can't do it. So, and he has to try and connect with a younger group, something that he really has never really done, to try and elevate them to get over Golden State. I don't know. I think at this point, LeBron may be considering retirement at this point instead of just constantly losing at the end, knowing that he's going to run into that with no help.
Do you think when LeBron James is earning $30-something million a season, he's going to retire right now?
How many? He's been in the league, what, 15 years?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
how long has he been?
32?
Ask yourself this: how many years has he been making $30-something million?
Oh, not that many.
Exactly. This is cash out time.
And I mean, especially if he is on the cash out treatment. At one point, he was taking at least a smaller pay cut in Miami, but with Golden State, where all of them are kind of taking pay cuts. Again, what is LeBron's goal in this? I mean, is he trying to win a championship? If that's the case, he's going to have to do something drastic and dramatic. And I don't know if he wants to do that to his career again. Be known as the bad guy again.
I don't think he's going to be a bad guy for leaving Cleveland now. I think in
You
Cleveland,
don't think people going to look at him like that? Oh, you're leaving again.
No.
Huh?
I don't think nationally it'll be that way. Of course,
No.
Cleveland fans won't like it, but most of the people that I know from Cleveland are kind of like, I'm solid with them. I'm sure they'll be upset, but still, nationally, it's not the same decision because we all look at it as he did what he promised Cleveland or Ohio. Ohio.
I'm with you, Tony. I don't know exactly where. Well, the whole
because the situation has to be so specific with LeBron too,
right?
Because he doesn't want to be viewed as an employee. He wants to be viewed as an equal to the ownership and the management because he understands the value that he brings. So that dynamic has to be involved. He has to have at least 2 other superstars.
That's the way
to where he's going. And I mean, does he want to move his family again? Like all that stuff matters to LeBron.
Well, his boys are big now, right?
He's got that. And he's got the
he got a daughter.
Baby.
He got a little baby. That's right. I forgot about that.
Remember, he said he wants to try to play until LeBron Jr. makes it to the pros.
Maybe some King Griffey Jr. and
That's what
senior
it
type
is.
stuff. The one team that's in his way, obviously, you talking about winning the championship is going to be Golden State. Barring any kind of injuries that they don't have, they're probably consistently going to be there. After that, it is kind of up. It's up in the air, right? After Golden State, it's kind of up in the air who can probably possibly win. It's coming out the East and the West. Well, the East will be Cleveland. But it's kind of up in the air, right?
It doesn't matter where he goes, East or the West. The same problem is still there.
Right.
It's Golden State.
Right.
And again, this problem is not as easy solvable as just go get one of your friends. It's not that easy anymore.
Yeah, because all his friends are old.
And
NBA old.
Right. And the guys they talking about getting Lonzo and LA ready, but I mean he's got to look at him now and like, well, Lonzo can't really
That's
shoot.
what I was going to say.
So it's like, why would I go there? It'd be just me and Paul George.
Yeah. That's if Paul George leaves OKC.
Like, that's if Paul George leaves.
That's a good situation he has in OKC. That team is, they find it out and put it together. You talking about rolling with the reigning MVP. That's a pretty good situation. Why would you want to up and leave that? He'll stay in OKC. Sure, the taxes is beautiful in Oklahoma. Get a lot of his money, keep a lot of his money. I don't know. I don't think he's going to leave. LeBron James is with 15 years. He could probably do another at this pace 2.
As the best player?
Yeah.
I think he got more than 2.
You think he got more than 2?
Yeah.
You think he got more gas in the tank to beat out Kevin Durant? Because ain't Kevin Durant like almost 30?
He's 29.
29. Yeah.
I mean, you're in your peak now. Your peak is what, 27, 28? Mm-hmm. It's about what, 31, 32? LeBron James is a freak of nature. That's why he's still kind of in his peak. He's like 33, 32, 33 years old. But You still think he got enough in his tank to be better than Kevin Durant?
Yeah. I mean, he works on his body constantly. I mean, I think he's at the top of the league right now in minutes.
It's a great body.
Right. And so I think he's going to last for. Are you looking like that, Ken?
What?
Said he has a great body.
Well, NBA body. He's in shape.
I want that in the drop.
He has a great body.
But yeah, I mean, Cleveland looks really bad right now. Really bad. Derrick Rose looks actually not too shabby.
Yeah, because he's healthy right now.
But
he's already missed games.
I mean, they're still poor defensively. And even when they get Isaiah Thomas, he's going to make that even worse in terms of their defensive prowess. So I don't know what LeBron's going to do. It's so many factors that he has to consider. Does he want to just play this out, or does he actually want to challenge Golden State?
What do you think, Ken?
I don't know, but when you said that he was definitely going to stay, I don't know if he's going to stay. I think in a way the team had set us up better for the future with that draft pick, but it depends on, are you going to sit there? Wait, okay, let me take 2 steps back. Is LeBron James really going to wait for a young draft pick to grow?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we saw that he got rid of Wiggins when he probably should have held on to Wiggins.
Wiggins should have stayed, yeah.
And they could have gotten Love in free agency the following season.
Mm-hmm.
And so you would only have to start to pay Wiggins this year. So this would have been the initial trying to figure out what Cleveland was going to do. They can trade that pick and bring in a vet. It's always an easier road for him to make it through the East. It kind of doesn't make sense for him to go to the West for a harder road. So then you're limiting. We're saying so far we're limiting to the East that he go to. I don't think Washington is a bad fit. I don't think he's going to go to Washington. I don't think we put a value on the capital city, but the capital city, of course, will be a better place to live than Cleveland.
Like anywhere else.
And you mentioned that, of course, LeBron wants to have control of the team to a certain degree. So I can't see him teaming up with James Dolan because James Dolan is an idiot.
In New York, yeah.
So I don't see him going to New York.
Brooklyn?
Nah, I think he would have done that.
Him and Jeremy Lin.
There's not a lot of East teams that have the pieces, I think, to keep him there. Like, I mean, he wouldn't go to Toronto.
No.
And plus, he had to pay taxes.
Miami.
Double.
Yeah,
Back to Miami.
I mean, but would Pat Riley finally eat some crow?
Probably not.
Yeah, that's the thing. Pat Riley's going to have to say to a certain degree, you know what, guys, I overplayed my hand. Because, you know, the problem with Miami, and I mean, this isn't bad. You always want to strive for success. Pat Riley was greedy. And he could have just, in some ways, given some of the power to the players, but he wanted to show that he had the control.
Well, think about with Miami. You look at LeBron James, it seems as if he's a bigger man in a lot of cases. A lot of people did not ever expect that to what happened when he left Cleveland.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it'd be easy for him to go back.
Yeah. I mean, he seems to be a bigger man. He seems to be a very smart businessman. He go back to where he came. He only played in two. That means he only played in two franchises.
What's in Miami? But there's I seen Whiteside.
Hassan,
thank you. Hassan Whiteside. I mean,
the kid from Duke with
Goran Dragic, Justice Winslow.
I don't think
Bam Adebayo is really good for Miami
they got a nice little young piece of team.
Deion Waiters.
You put him on that team.
Then LeBron said Deion Waiters on his way.
He wrote him into the letter. He wrote him into the letter, though.
He sure did. Deuces, dude. I see you. I see you.
But, I mean, if there's any other team where he knows, at least the organization knows what it's doing and they know how to help grow talent and have a culture already set up, so he doesn't have to do that, it would be Miami.
I would think he had to go on, get along with Spoelstra.
All right, but let me ask you this. All right, since we're fantasizing and playing Mystery Jim, if we're going to say Miami, I think we'd all still say that some big time free agent will have to go there with him. Who's even up to come to get their deal out?
Well, why would you say that? Why does it have to?
I don't think that team as is.
Yeah, that team as is can't beat Golden State.
No, I don't. No
team right now.
Yeah, but still, I mean, that team as is. No, he's going to still need some more firepower.
Let me flip it to you. I'll say this team. I think that team is farther along with younger pieces than what he would have to wait for in Cleveland. I think he'd rather go there and deal with that and have a better chance.
But
who you got to go
younger
against?
Pieces, but he's
Boston.
No. But that'd be the place to go. But no, but when you're saying farther along with younger pieces, cool. But he's got older pieces that is ready to contend right now.
in Cleveland. So
yeah, but I think what we're trying to say is those older pieces. That's show.
That strategy
that
isn't
might
working.
be this year. That might be
that
this
strategy
year.
isn't working.
Yeah.
Considering how long I think he wants to play still, I think the strategy best serves him to try and go younger, because just grabbing older guys isn't helping him right now. Because they can't turn it on and off as easily as he can in his advanced age. Everybody can't be LeBron James physically, at a more advanced age. We're seeing it right now with Dwayne Wade and Channing Frye and other guys. They just can't keep up.
Derrick Rose in there. Can he even stay healthy? He's already missed games. Yeah, he looked good like this in New York a couple of times. But what happened?
Did you just throw Channing Frye in there with D Wade?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody ever expected Channing Frye to turn it on.
We need this Phoenix Channing Frye.
But yeah, I mean that older experienced strategy isn't working.
I agree with you. I didn't like it when they was making the moves then. I think Boston is set up obviously for the long run. It could possibly work this year, but it was all banking on can you do stay healthy. All right. So come on back, man. We're gonna have a good time with Eugene McIntosh of the Bigs and come in and talk about Chicago Cubs wrapping up this season, missing the World Series, and just wrap up the MLB and everything else. All right. Come on back. D and Davis Show, ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
This is Brian. And this is Bobby from Alternative Fact Chicago.
You're listening to the D and Davis Show. Time to kick off your career in radio or TV broadcasting at the Illinois Media School's downtown Chicago campus. Call us at 312-884-8000 or visit 530 South State Street to learn how you can make your dreams of being on television and radio a reality. Don't take my word for it. Check out what some industry professionals said about the Illinois Media School.
Jonathan Hood, ESPN 1000.
Not many people can say that they love their career, but I certainly do. I like helping the next generation of broadcasters discover their passion. How do you discover yours? Learn how to be a sports talk show host, a producer, do play-by-play, and shoot and edit video. Get hands-on training on air and behind the scenes. You'll have a chance to get internships at radio or TV stations where you can tap into the knowledge of industry pros. With job placement assistance, you can start your career in 1 year. They have affordable tuition and financial aid for those who qualify. So why waste another minute in a career that you don't love? Go to beonair.com/Chicago Sports. Go to the website right now. beonair.com/Chicago Sports.
The UFC is headed back to NYC for UFC 217 three-title fight. Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw, which means we are
hanging with the boys.
And the return of George St. Pierre versus Michael Bisping. George is
I'm not impressed by your performance.
while Michael lays out a game plan.
And he's gonna be frozen like this, like a lizard. That doesn't want to move. Okay, and I will pounce. Pow!
Join us the next 2 weeks, UFC 217 preview, Thursday nights, 6 to 9 p.m., ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Raphael Young, host of Raphael Young Show on Chicagoland Sports Radio. Unfortunately, I'm disappointed that the Cubs will not be repeating as World Series champions, but at least I do have the Bears, Bulls, and Blackhawks to talk about during the regular season so far. Tune in every Monday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on the Raphael Young Show on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com, where it is not just sports, it's a way of life.
Find out how the Chicago Bears did against the Drew Brees and New Orleans Saints on Sunday, and find out what they will do this week to get ready for the Green Bay Packers on November 12th. Now that the Cubs made some changes around their coaching staffs, what other moves will they be making during this offseason? What kind of entertainment will the Bulls give us this week? Can Lauri Markkanen break another rookie record? Find out here on World Cup of Sports on Chicagoland Sports Radio. It's not just sports, it's a way of life.
Are in the news segment, weekly interviews, and so much more. We're live from 4 to 7 on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com and the TuneIn app. See you there.
Hello. I want winners.
CSR Fantasy Football Live.
I want people that want to win.
The Withers Justin Adams.
Ryan B. Ski. Patrick Delaney Buckets. Joseph Gregory.
Get your popcorn ready. We're just here to answer all your questions, give you all the news that you will need to make the right moves for your team. We're just here to help you win a championship, dog.
You don't play to just play. You play to win the game.
Tune in to CSR Fantasy Football Live. Tuesday, 6 to 7 on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Ooh, yeah. With seasons of baseball, Halloween, and pumpkin spice in the rearview mirror, me and Matt Ward look forward to what we're thankful for. Like the Bulls. Well, Lauri Markkanen. What about the Bears? Well, at least we got Mitch Trubisky.
On time to Zach Miller.
To the K-Trey Show every Monday night from 7 to 9 with Kevin Tregoning and Matt Ward, only on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. That's 7 to 9 p.m. Monday nights.
How's it going? My name is Edgar Ibarra, and I'm very grateful for all the knowledge I received at the Illinois Media School. My 15-year career in radio has been a dream come true. I'm a radio DJ, I'm on the air, and I get to be a program director for 2 radio stations in Wisconsin. My dream became a reality with the Illinois Media School. Illinois Media School is a great school with great teachers and former students now working in the industry today on the radio stations you listen to and on the TV stations you watch every day. Illinois Media School, check it out. For more details, beonair.com.
I couldn't have said it better myself. This is Jonathan Hood, instructor at the Illinois Media School, formerly Illinois Center for Broadcasting. So many reasons for you to consider Illinois Media School: financial aid for those who qualify, real-world hands-on experience, internships, and so much more. Don't just take my word for it. Set up a tour at one of the 2 Chicagoland locations. Go to beonair.com/Chicago Sports to learn more. That's beonair.com/Chicago Sports.
The Ian Davis Show here on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. It's time to switch over to a little bit of MLB and local sports here in Chicago. And to help us with that, we have co-creator and also co-founder of The Bigs, Eugene McIntosh, joining us. How you doing this afternoon, Eugene?
Man, I'm good, brother. How are you guys, man?
Doing good, man. You staying out of this nasty rain that's going on right now?
Yeah, man. I'm in the crib chilling like a villain, bro.
All right. Well, that's good, man. Stay toasty. So, look, man, anytime, we definitely got to hit you up when it's time for local stuff. You and definitely Terrence are in the know. I'm looking at the Cubs, and the Cubs are making a lot of moves. You're in that clubhouse all the time. So, first and foremost, did you see them getting rid of all these coaches that they got rid of so far in the last week and a half?
100%. If you check my tweets or any of my Facebook messages, I pretty much predicted that. I saw what was going on. And if you think about it, a lot of those coaches weren't Joe's coaches anyway.
Okay.
So it was time. They were, 3 years. That was a nice 3-year run. But we could see that there was necessary changes that needed to be made. And I'm very happy to see Chili Davis in the clubhouse now, man. That's first and foremost. Chili Davis is going to make a huge difference in the approach that the guys take at the plate.
So, look, break down the differences that you're going to see at the plate. Like, compared to the bad habits that they had this year, guys weren't really getting on base a lot. Guys were basically going to be home run or bust compared to some of the Boston ways that Chili Davis is going to bring to the Cubs this upcoming season.
Yeah, I just think that, well, let me get a fact here. Did you guys know that Joe Madden was the only MLB manager with no big league experience?
No.
No, I didn't know that. He never played?
Okay. No, I knew he never played.
His philosophy. Yeah, that's so think about it. That plays into his philosophy, if you ask me. The non-conventional, people wanted to see the bunt, people wanted to see the small ball and that type of thing, where Joe Madden's philosophy was, I wouldn't say it was against that, but he just let it ride. Just like I said, the aura of the clubhouse, with him letting the guys do them, no curfews, no certain time to be at the ballpark before the game, stuff like that. I think that plays into his whole philosophy. And, a lot of people, they had their, their qualms about, his decisions. But I just figure he's the manager, and just think about this, in 3 years, 3 straight trips to the NLCS, 1 pennant, and 1 world champion. You can't beat that, man.
Let me ask you this.
So as far as Philly Davis coming in the locker room, I just think he can bring a different approach. You saw the way the Boston Red Sox got things done. So with the way, Chris Bryant is still young, Javi's still young, Addison Russell's still young. Most of these guys are still so young, and they reached the pinnacle at such a young age. They still have a lot of growth. So I think Chili Davis being able to, he's a 19-year vet, and he spent a lot of years with a lot of different teams, with a lot of different philosophies. So I just think that's going to help our young guys in the long run.
Now, look, flipping to the pitching and then bringing in Hinkie. One, what do you think is going to happen? I think we all assume that Arrieta is not going to be re-signed. Are they going to go out and maybe spend a little cash, or are they going to look to perhaps move some of that depth to try to bring in another pitcher? Or are they basically going to stand pat and maybe bring somebody into spring training to try to be the pitcher to try to shore it all up?
Man, that's a good question, man. Me and Terrence were talking about that a couple of days ago. And if you know Theo and Jed and Jason McLeod and those guys, they're definitely working at all times. So you never know, but I definitely think Jake is out of here. Somebody's going to offer him $100 million. Maybe the Dodgers, I'm not sure. That would be a perfect landing spot for me, if you ask me. But you never know. If you ask me, I think a trade may be on the way. Maybe one of the young guys, Addison Russell, maybe Schwarber, if his trade value is still there. Who knows? But the pitching, we definitely need a new arm to complement. Kyle will be back. Lester will be back. Q will be back. So just a couple arms. And I'm not sure about them re-signing Wade Davis. I would re-sign him. But we definitely need some help in that bullpen. So I think pitching is number one. Man. We gotta throw up that bullpen and at least one or two more stars.
D and Davis Show, ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. On with us right now, Eugene McIntosh. Make sure y'all follow Eugene on Twitter at Stay Humble. Eugene, this is D right here. I want to talk about the offensive side. Talk about those bats with the Cubs. Looking at that series against the Dodgers, man, it was a lot of holes in their swings, man. Not looking good. You brung up Schwarber, not really there. As far as at the plate, man, do you think you're going to see any kind of like major moves, some trades, or something like that?
I doubt it, man. To be honest with you, I just think those guys are out of energy. It takes a lot to play baseball into October, 3 consecutive 3 years. So I give them the benefit of the doubt. I think they were tired. They looked tired midway through the season. They knew what it was going to take to make that run at the end. So they were basically playing playoff baseball 2 to 3 weeks before the end of the season. So they were tired. They beat the Nationals, and they were running on fumes. So there was just no way that they were going to beat the Dodgers. But I don't think we'll see anything major. Like I said, maybe one trade. Addison Russell, Javi. If it was me, I wouldn't move those two. But Ian Happ, Kyle Schwarber, who knows, man? But like I said, I just give them the benefit of the doubt of being tired. Like I said, most people don't know what it takes to play baseball into October for 3 straight years. So we'll see, man.
And speaking about October baseball, that World Series, man, what did you think? Went 7 games. I'm saying it was probably one of the best World Series I've seen in a very long time.
It was number 2.
Yeah, the game 7 was kind of a downer because you Darvish gave up those 5 runs and that was all they need. But give us your thoughts on the World Series, man.
The World Series was great, man. It's nothing like October baseball. We knew it was going to go 7. What's the World Series without a game 7? So, what's any finals without a game 7? But baseball, especially because there's LeBron James, one player really doesn't make the game. So you never know who the hero is going to be. And, shout out to George Springer for coming through. Altuve, Correa, those are really young players, man, and they got the job done. Sports Illustrated predicted it, and shout out to the Houston Astros, man.
And looking at the Houston Astros and how they're able to rebuild, I was talking to somebody. I was like, man, it's kind of crazy to see they beat the White Sox back to the World Series. They started breaking theirs down way after. I mean, right then and there, White Sox just kind of started doing it. But you look at what Rick Hahn is doing. I know you guys follow reported on the White Sox as well. You look at that, man. Is there any kind of way you think in your mind the Chicago White Sox, not saying it's going to be a 3-year turnaround like that quick, but we're probably going to see them in the World Series too, just looking at what Houston did and how they rebuilt theirs.
Yeah, the Sox are definitely on the right path, man. They got a bunch of young guys, a couple of guys that they got from the Cubs. And yeah, Rick Hahn he's in the blueprint. It works, man. You saw how Ricketts and the guys did it on the north side. You see how the Astros did it. You see how the Blackhawks did it. There's nothing wrong with busting that whole thing down and rebuilding it from the bottom, you know. So I definitely see light at the end of the tunnel for the White Sox. Like you said, maybe not 3 years, but within the next 5 to 6 years, they definitely have championship written over there on the White Sox, on the South side.
Dan Davis on the line right now. We have Eugene McIntosh, one of the co-founders of It's the Bigs. You can also check them out in the Chicago Defender. Let's switch back to the Cubs real quick, Eugene. Let me ask you this. If the Cubs are able to, and we know David Ross wants to spend time with his family, but if they're able to bring David Ross back, is the clock ticking if Joe continues to kind of do things and makes people scratch their head and David Ross may end up in 2 years perhaps being the manager? Is that part of their thinking and bringing him back if they're able to get him to come back out of retirement and leave the booth?
Man, that sounds like a plan. Rossi was definitely missing. I think he could have played a key part in the run this year. But like I said, I just think the guys were more tired than anything. That's why they look like that towards the end of the season. But I definitely think David Ross could take Dave Martinez's place. And like you said, who knows down the line. I'm not really with the Joe Madden. I don't get it. I don't understand why people are so upset with the way Joe Madden handles his business. Man. Like, he's been successful like none other. So what do you guys think?
I think people are spoiled.
Yeah, I think that's what it is too. I think the Cubs fans mentality now, ever since going back to 2003, is like, man, we want to win it. We got there. Now they want it and they want more, which is nothing wrong with that. And also too, Eugene, right. I throw this to you, man. Even going back to Game 7 last year's World Series and the moves that he was making, I think it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, and they're kind of looking at it like, man, you almost lost this one. So maybe they still hold on to that like little grudge. I don't know, but I'm with you, man. The dude has been winning. He is a winner. Ride it out.
And he's a really cool dude, man. Like, if people could see his, well, not like I see his everyday life, but if you could just see his interactions with people and the way he goes about his business, then you would totally understand why he manages the team that way. And the guys love him. So forget what the loyal fans say.
Eugene, let me switch off real quick to some local hoops. For us guys, it's not as close. Definitely you and Terrence do the professionals, but you do the local too. What shorties should we be looking out going into next year that names are going to be announced and hats are probably going to be sitting in front of them inside of the auditorium of their schools?
Well, man, to be interesting this coming hoop season, man. If you guys have been following, I know you guys have, but if any of the listeners who aren't aware, Ayo Dosunmu from Morgan Park, he's a senior now. He committed to the University of Illinois. Taylor Horton Tucker, who's a senior at Simeon, he committed to the Iowa State Cyclones. So those are two names. I'm excited to see Chase Adams over there at Orr. He transferred to Orr from Marian Catholic. So he should be interesting this year. We got my guys over at Corliss. Corliss should be a good team to watch this year. George Condit, another guy going to Iowa State. Whitney Young also. They got a Player of the Year candidate over there from the 4A state champs. His name is Javon Freeman. He's a senior this year. Who else? We got Marquise Jacobs from Uplift. He's a Kansas commit. I think he may be a junior. So, I don't know. You know, Chicago high school basketball is something, man. So it's coming up soon. And, you know, the Morgan Park Simeon War is always a good one. And Harlan, my buddy Walt is the head coach at Harlan, and he has some good guys over there. So Harlan should be an interesting team to watch. So It's going down, man.
Well, two things. One, so I'm writing down all these names so I can send these shoe boxes of cash to them. But look, you came up playing baseball. You're a Markham guy. And it's interesting. I think when we all hear Harlan, we automatically think baseball.
Baseball, yeah.
But how long have they been a good basketball school now? Because I'm always related Harlan to a good baseball program.
Definitely, man. Harlan was definitely a beast when I was in high school. But like I said, my buddy Walt, I've known Walt a few years. We went to Chicago State together, and he took over last year. And I watched them play a few games, and they definitely had a whole new aura and just a different philosophy of the game. So with 1 year in, I'm definitely looking for my boy Walt to take Harlan to the next level, maybe win a regional championship or something like that. But just bringing structure and bringing that, whole thing back to the high school basketball game, I think is important, and Walt is definitely doing that over there at Harvard.
All right. Hey, Eugene, brother, hey, man, thanks for hopping on with us, man. We know we love you. When you get you and Terrence come on with us, man, definitely. Spread the love, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, all right?
Yeah, shout out to my player partner, T-Tom, man. It's us. You guys already know anytime y'all need us on D and Davis, man, we there. And that's it, man. Catch us in the Defenders, the Big Wednesdays, and we got something in store for y'all coming with the Bulls. So maybe not tonight, but next time they're home, catch the Bigs at United.
Definitely,
all right,
brother.
Cool. That's what's up.
Y'all keep it up, man. We appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Eugene.
Love, my boy.
No doubt.
Yep.
And that was Eugene McIntosh, co-founder and contributor to the Bigs. Make sure you check them out in the Defender every Wednesday. Definitely like seeing those brothers shine. We're going to come back on this after this break. Evan Evermore's going to join us to talk about the shuttering of DNA Info and Legopolis. This is the DNA Show.
Yo, it's the boy Illinois, man, a.k.a. Illy right now. I want y'all to tune in to my homies, the D and Davis radio show on Chicagoland Sports Radio.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is now the Illinois Media School. We've been an institution in the Chicagoland area now for 30 years. Because the broadcasting world is always changing, so are we. Not only are we teaching radio and television production, but now you can learn all aspects of the media industry, like web design. You can even specialize in TV or film, sports broadcasting, and even sales. No matter where you are in the Chicagoland area, we have a campus near you. The Illinois Media School. Be on TV, be on radio, beonair.com.
Nothing moves the blob. Every single week, this defense has played well. They play well.
You do well. You do well.
We need John Fox to trust Trubisky to throw the deep ball. No more of this 5-yard stuff.
See, Bobby Porter's beat him like he stole his Harold's chicken and mild sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Cedric Farrell, a.k.a. Bob Block, with Matt Ward and Lonzo Wilson on the Bob Block Show. Fridays from 4 to 5 p.m. on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Raphael Young, host of Raphael Young Show on Chicagoland Sports Radio. Unfortunately, I'm disappointed that the Cubs will not be repeating as World Series champions, but at least I do have the Bears, Bulls, and Blackhawks to talk about during the regular season so far. Tune in every Monday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on the Raphael Young Show on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com, where it is not just hoods, it's a way of life.
As the Chicago Cubs look to continue to retool the offseason, we don't be acting a fool here.
You two have pulled some pranks in your day, but this one takes the cake.
Join me, Charles Fred, Richie, Sid the Kid, Ralph Hill, and Ryan Bogavetsky every Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. on deck. Also, see how the Chicago Bears continue to heat up.
The Bears are who we thought they were.
Then we'll also swing into NBA and some NHL with the Chicago Bulls and Chicago Blackhawks every Saturday on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
The UFC is headed back to NYC for UFC 217 3-title fights. Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw, which means we are
hanging with the boys.
And it's the return of George St. Pierre versus Michael Bisping. George is
I'm not impressed by your performance.
While Michael lays out a game plan.
And he's going to be frozen like this, like a lizard. That doesn't want to move. Okay, and I will pounce. Pow.
Join us the next 2 weeks, UFC 217 preview, Thursday nights, 6 to 9 p.m., ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Hey, Chicagoland, no reason to fear here. Just because the Chicago Cup season is over doesn't mean we stop keep you on the chase for October.
You and your whole lousy operation stinks.
Join me, Charles Price Richie, every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. on Point. As I continue to break down who comes out of the Keelan Hill in the World Series. The NFL, Chicago Bears, Chicago Bulls, and Chicago Blackhawks every Wednesday
from 7 to 9 p.m. on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Can Laurie Markkinen break another rookie record? Find out here on World Cup of Sports on Chicagoland Sports Radio. It's not just sports, it's a way of life.
Tune into Students of the Game with Dr. Justin Gregory and Dr. Chris Rouse. Protect themselves at all times.
What you think Bobby Porter should try to be an NBA power forward or somebody bodyguard?
Hey, man.
Look what I did to this man's face.
I'm hiring, bro. Like, I need it. I need those.
You don't need no bodyguard. Still young. I know your knees bad, but you could probably run fast if you get into it.
I mean, I can throw hands like that.
We know Bobby can.
Students of the Game, Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
How's it going? My name is Edgar Ibarra, and I'm very grateful for all the knowledge I received at the Illinois Media School. My 15-year career in radio has been a dream come true. Radio DJ, I'm on the air, and I get to be a program director for 2 radio stations in Wisconsin. My dream became a reality with the Illinois Media School. Illinois Media School is a great school with great teachers and former students now working in the industry today on the radio stations you listen to and on the TV stations you watch every day. Illinois Media School, check it out. For more details, beonair.com.
I couldn't have said it better myself. This is Jonathan Hood, instructor at the Illinois Media School, formerly Illinois Center for Broadcasting. So many reasons for you to consider Illinois Media School: financial aid for those who qualify, real-world hands-on experience, internships, and so much more. Don't just take my word for it. Set up a tour at one of the 2 Chicagoland locations. Go to beonair.com/Chicago Sports to learn more. That's beonair.com/Chicago Sports.
Dan Davis Show here on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. We definitely want to thank Eugene McIntosh from the Bigs for joining us. Make sure you check them out in Defender every Wednesday. It's the Bigs Wednesday. Right now, we're going to switch off into something a little bit more serious. We're going to be joined by journalist Evan F. Moore, talk about the shuttering of DNA Info in the Gothamist. How you doing this afternoon, Evan?
I'm doing pretty good. How you all doing?
We're doing good, man. We're doing good. So, you know, the news broke. Definitely, we all are connected through you through social media, so we always get our information from you, and we've seen some of the stuff and some the disrespect that you've been getting on DNA Info closing. Joe Ricketts said that it wasn't profitable, but the real story seems like that you guys unionized, and he decided just to shut everything down. So please break it down for us, Evan.
Yeah, well, I left there. I was laid off there back in December, and I still got a couple of my colleagues that helped moderate the comment section on the website back from September. So basically, you guys have heard that the New York office had supposed to unionize, and Mr. Ricketts' response to that was to shut the website. And I was actually online at the time, and I saw what your Times were saying, and so I was thinking maybe just the New York office. Then I heard it was the Chicago office, so I'm like, okay, let me look up my old clips, and basically scrubs from the site, basically like it wasn't even there, and so as a person who spent so much time there and got to know many of my colleagues, their families and stuff like that, that was pretty tough to see. Like all our work was gone briefly.
For Evan, for anybody that hasn't read DNA Info, which is foolish, can you even break down the importance of DNA Info compared to just like the Chicago Tribune or sometimes something like that?
We had reporters in most of the city's neighborhoods. We tried to involve, but I was good enough to get to everything. But I think we did a good job of filling in the blind spots that the other media and sound into. I'm not here to say I'm not here to say the Sun Times or the Tribune or the Reader or anywhere like that. But we covered you can see from our work that we covered everything you can possibly imagine, board meetings, staff meetings, anything you can think of. Like we pretty much did that and broke a lot of stories, and
and it got to the point where people were chasing us for stories.
Hey, Evan, this is D right here. Looking at it kind of like from the hindsight now, I mean, was it in the office or people you still reaching out to? I saw that you all had like a little shindig. Y'all kind of got back together one last hurrah. After the unionizing, even before you were talking about unionizing, I mean, was there any kind of inkling that this could possibly happen?
I mean, if you look at Mr. Ricketts' businesses and what people have done in terms of like trying to form unions and stuff like that, there's really no surprise there. But just the way it was handled and stuff like that, and that's something people don't really think about. And say, no, people were kind of spiking the ball about the playoffs and stuff like that. Like, people don't realize that many of my colleagues, they have families. Some of them have like recently have gotten married and some have small children and stuff like that. So there's some conversations in homes sometimes at home in the homes on Thursday night about what happened.
D and David Show, ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. On with us right now is Evan F. Moore, Chicago journalist, speaking about the closing of DNA Info here in Chicago, everywhere, and also Gotham. So, speaking to some of the journalists are still there, some of the writers still there. What are some of their plans? I know it's kind of abrupt right now. Are they thinking about just, maybe going over to the big side, trying to get some of the bigger newspapers, bigger magazines, or talking about maybe branching on their own? I mean, we have blogs, we have podcasts, we have all kind of things like that. What was kind of the vibe or possibly was the next steps?
Oh, well, it's a kind of a range. Some people have heard about this, different outlets, and folks have reached out. But I think everyone, for the most part, is still kind of process, what happened. It's still rough and sudden. It happened Thursday night, and now we're here sitting here talking on Saturday morning. So a lot of people are still kind of like shocked, like, even though I had left there back in December, but still doing stuff for them. But it kind of felt like I got laid off. Even though I was working, it still kind of felt like I got laid off too. And I heard about everything. I was very worried about my former colleagues and their families. So because people are still kind of like shocked about trying to pop it.
Dan Davis on the line. We have Evan F. Moore. Evan, let me ask you this. The Writers Guild said it's going to seek out any form of recourse against Joe Ricketts. Do you have any idea what they can possibly do?
At this point, I have no idea. So I can't really speak on it at length because I'm not part of the group that got laid off. So it's one of the things we're still kind of new to people about what happened.
All right, I got an even more serious question for you, Evan. We've been having a debate. All right.
Total hard turn right here.
All right, so this is the debate, and it's a twofold question. One is, in their prime, who was better, Scottie Pippen or Dwayne Wade?
Pip.
Pip. Thank you, Evan. That's what I've been trying to tell them today, but they don't want to listen to me. It was Pip. Thank you.
Defense is like, yeah, Wade was a good player and everything, but Scottie was known for locking down the national final. That's kind of what his calling card is. MO was, it's kind of people. I know people like to say that he was good because of Jordan, but even when he left Jordan, like, you saw those Blazers teams and how integral part he was with that. So it's got to be Pip over Wade.
Now Ken hasn't really given us who he thought, Evan. He's been very, I don't know.
I didn't hear that part. I'm sorry.
I was saying Ken hasn't said exactly who he'll take. He's been very quiet on this. I've been sticking to no doubt. But Ken's been very quiet.
I have. The last one. It's another basketball one. This is something that J.R. Banks came with on Facebook. Who's the second best shooting guard of the 90s? I'm not listing anybody. You have to give us who do you have as the second best behind Mike.
I saw that briefly, but I didn't get to respond. But I mean, I'm gonna go with Mississippi, man. Like that guy was like really good, and like you see what happened in the Laker years where he was kind of forced to him, but in those 162 days, man, he was a bad boy.
Hey Evan, before we get up out of here, real quick, I do want to go back to what's going on doing DNA info and websites and newspapers like that. Having this closed down in Gotham's too, having those two closed. What do you think the prospects of having something like that again in media? Because everything obviously is going towards being online and social media and things of that nature. What do you think the chances of having something like a DNA info in the future?
I think it'll happen again because you know you've seen what's happened with Athletic and their business model, and yes, there's a subscription and paywall, but people are paying for it. They know that what they're going to get. So I think to work. I mean, DNA did specialized neighborhood news, and when people wake up in the morning and get their news, they want to know what's going on in their media around. So I think if someone wants to do the right thing and take something like that on, that'd be great to see.
All right. Let me win the Powerball. I got y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, Evan, man, thanks for hopping on with us so much, brother. We appreciate it. Your ears always to the streets, man. Know what's going on. We love talking to you.
Definitely.
So thanks for having me again. You guys enjoy the rest of the day.
You too, Evan.
That was Evan F. Moore, Chicago journalist right here. I forgot he wrote down the DNA info for a while. Evan writes heavyweight, man. Rolling Stone, DNA info. Somewhere everywhere you gonna find. You're gonna find Evan's name somewhere on the byline.
Right now, he's one of the editors at the college fraternity sorority book.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, forget the name of it. Apologize, Evan. Yeah, but he got that probably like maybe a few months ago.
Hey, hold on, wait a minute. So Tony, you heard what you didn't hear what Evan said, but you get the gist of it, right? That's a journalist right there telling you. No, still no, huh? No.
It's still Dwayne. So I don't even. Jesus.
I do think it's as easy.
It's not as easy.
My problem is
I acknowledge
people making this decision are like, is this, is that, and I don't think it's that easy.
What's gonna come down to your preference? It's all subjective.
Well,
we know that.
Well, I know the conversation isn't super easy, but when it comes down to when I have to make a decision,
you bad at decisions.
when I have to, it's Dwayne Wade. So
I'm not even doing this right now.
Well, we're gonna have to get a choice from you by the end of the show.
I know, right?
You keep going around.
Shout out to Melvin though, real quick. That was good. He was like, "I take LeBron James." Yeah. I would too.
World be free.
World be free.
World be free. Come off spinning.
Man, I can't find my Bill Simmons book of basketball book. I can't find it. I think I lent it to somebody. Somebody got a book. It's a good book. He should update it though. I think he did update it actually. That's a really good book. You ever read it?
No, I haven't.
It was a really good book. It took me like 8 months to read it, but it's like 1,000 pages.
Is it every player that's in the league?
He has a pyramid. He has his top rankings and everything like that. And it's like each player almost has like a chapter on the, not a chapter, but like a pretty good long part on them. It's a really good book. It is a really good book. Probably one of the best sports books I read.
I am not happy that DNA info is shuttered.
No one should be, man. That's great journalism right there.
Being that it was hyper local and a neighborhood joint. It was good to go in there and click and see if I want to see something else happening in Hyde Park or Inglewood.
Yeah.
Or what's taking place. And
I get those emails every morning.
Yes, it's one of the better papers for people, especially in a large city like us. If you want to check out some of the areas that aren't really reported on, or the only thing that is reported on is some of the bad things that are taking place. Not saying that you don't want to read that either, but I'm definitely going to miss it. And Joe Ricketts, that was not good.
You know what? I'm gonna play. I didn't know this. I didn't know he owned it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that till it broke. I saw it on BuzzFeed, and I'm like, "Whoa, Ricketts! Like, I didn't even know he owned this." And I read the letter. Red, he wrote out, sent out to the employees.
Y'all want to unionize?
Oh,
really? Shut it down, mouthful for that. Shut it down. Let you know. I'm gonna let you know.
But there is one site that's sort of like DNA Info. It's called Patch. You ever seen Patch.com?
Well, I know of it because
Yeah.
it's everywhere.
It's
Every
everywhere.
city has one, basically.
Real quick, even throwing back to the old collection agency. Well, one of my old gigs was to go out and to add new websites to the system.
Mhm.
So our crawler could pick it up. And I was one of the first ones I did was Patch, and there was only a few cities. And over time, I was like,
Patch
what is this?
Everywhere. I know from having to look it up.
Yeah, yeah.
What patch? You just put patch.
Exactly. Which
That is
one do you
going right
want?
here.
Yeah. So when I first did it, it was a few cities they were in, but they're like huge too, and that's their whole thing is Patch. Keep everything is local. So I don't know who owns them, and I know for sure
he's
Chicago.
about to get rid of them now. Like, Patch is about to unionize, about to shut it down.
Everything, I ain't gonna say everybody's unionizing, but I mean, a lot of different industries are. I mean, you even got charter school teachers
trying to unionize with
Chicago
teachers.
Yeah,
CPS teachers.
I mean, you look at it, it's like, man, I'm over here and they over there.
I ain't no rights over here. Every year I can get fired. But then it's like, well, we want to be able to fire you because y'all, some of y'all teachers are happy. Don't you say that. But yeah, you're right. So we're going to see going forward. That hopefully, what Evan said, that DNA Info and nothing will pop up. And hopefully we'll get that because it's definitely good to have the local angles, especially ones that aren't all about the madness in the city of Chicago. We're going to come back on the side of this break. Brian Bickle, former Blackhawk, is going to join us to talk about...
That's at 120.
That's at 120?
Mm-hmm. We can do picks.
I'm really all over the place today.
You are. You need to leave that bottle alone.
Just shut your ass up.
You coming over to my side.
What's up? It's Jonathan Hood from ESPN Radio. You're listening to the Dean Davis Show, ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. What's up, fellas?
The Blackhawks are off to a pretty good start this season.
Hands right to the goal. He's shooting.
Other teams look good as well.
Let's get started. He scores!
Great success.
And then there's other teams and players that make me want to say,
It's only a game. Why do you have to be mad?
Buddy, you suck at hockey.
find out all the breaking NHL news and more on the Penalty Box with the Slasher and the Iceman, Tuesdays from 2 to 4 on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
The UFC is headed back to NYC for UFC 217 three-title fights. Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw, which means we are
hanging with the boys.
And it's the return of George St. Pierre versus Michael Bisping. George is...
I'm not impressed by your performance.
While Michael lays out a game plan.
And he's going to be frozen like this, like a lizard. That doesn't want to move. Okay? And I will pounce. Pow!
Join us the next 2 weeks, UFC 217 preview, Thursday nights, 6 to 9 p.m., ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Raphael Young, host of Raphael Young Show on Chicagoland Sports Radio. Unfortunately, I'm disappointed that the Cubs will not be repeating as World Series champions, but at least I do have the Bears, Bulls, and Blackhawks to talk about during the regular season so far. Tune in every Monday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on the Raphael Young Show on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com, where it is not just sports, it's a way of life.
Hi, I'm Rob Rose, and I'm one of the instructors here at Illinois Media School. I've been teaching here at the school since 2010, as a matter of fact, between Lombard and Chicago campuses. This is definitely the place to come. It's going to prepare you for absolutely everything that you need to know about the broadcast industry. We're talking radio, television, web, podcasting, absolutely everything. Get in touch with the school and take advantage of it. Make it your career. Do it now. I'm Rob Rose, nights on 100.3 WSHE in Chicago, and I am IMS.
Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Find out how the Chicago Bears did against the Drew Brees and New Orleans Saints on Sunday, and find out what they will do this week to get ready for the Green Bay Packers on November 12th. Now that the Cubs made some changes around their coaching staffs, what other moves will they be making during this offseason? What kind of entertainment will the Bulls give us this week? Can Lauri Markkanen break another rookie record? Find out here on World Cup of Sports on Chicagoland Sports Radio. It's not just sports, it's a way of life.
Out of all the schools I applied to, Illinois Media School was the first to personally guide me through the financial aid process. Not only did the school offer classes in my field, but hands-on experience with all of today's modern broadcasting equipment. Illinois Media School gave me all the tools I needed to find a career in broadcasting. While in class, I worked one-on-one with real professionals in the television and radio industry. Job placement helped me find the perfect internship where I had real, on-the-job training. No other school offers a program as exciting and educational as this. My name is Mandy, and Illinois Media School helped me achieve my career in broadcasting.
I could have said it better myself. This is Jonathan Hood, instructor at the Illinois Media School, formerly Illinois Center for Broadcasting. There's so many reasons for you to consider Illinois Media School. You can go if you don't like the college that you go to, you don't like the major, or maybe you just want a fresh start for someplace new. Go to beonair.com/Chicago Sports to learn more. That's beonair.com/Chicago Sports.
How's it going? My name is Edgar Ibarra, and I'm very grateful for all the knowledge I received at the Illinois Media School. My 15-year career in radio has been a dream come true. I'm a radio DJ, I'm on the air, and I get to be a program director for 2 radio stations in Wisconsin. My dream became a reality with the Illinois Media School. Illinois Media School is a great school with great teachers and former students now working in the industry today on the radio stations you listen to and on the TV stations you watch every day. Illinois Media School, check it out. For more details, beonair.com.
I could have said it better myself. This is Jonathan Hood, instructor at the Illinois Media School, formerly Illinois Center for Broadcasting. So many reasons for you to consider Illinois Media School: financial aid for those who qualify, real-world hands-on experience, internships, and so much more. Don't just take my word for it. Set up a tour at one of the 2 Chicagoland locations. Go to beonair.com/Chicago Sports to learn more. That's beonair.com/Chicago Sports.
You're listening to ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. It's not just sports, it's a way of life.
Chicagoland Sports Radio Sports Update.
At 1 p.m., I am Sidney Brown with your ChicagolandSportsRadio.com update, brought to you by the Illinois Media School. For more information on careers in broadcasting, please go to beonair.com. Let's start with the NBA as the Chicago Bulls defeated the Orlando Magic on the road 105-83 for their second win of the season. Justin Holiday led Chicago with 19 points. You can tell King wants their #1 pick.
And I don't like anything that Justin Holiday does. I don't. I hate the fact that he's a star on the Bulls right now. That lets you know we real bad right now. Hold on.
Markin is the best player on the team.
Yeah, I know, but I don't like Justin's show. I don't like him leading my team. I don't want him around my team. I know. All right, Sidney, please continue.
Next game for the Bulls is tonight versus the New Orleans Pelicans and hometown favorite Anthony Davis at 7 o'clock from the U. To the NHL, the Blackhawks will travel to Minnesota to face the Wild. Tonight at 7 p.m., the Hawks ended their 3-game skid with a victory against Philly on Wednesday. To the NFL, the Bears are on their bye week and their record stands at 3-5. Next game is next Sunday afternoon at home against the Green Bay Packers. Into college football, one game to report locally. Early in the third quarter, we had the Purdue Boilermakers leading the Illinois Fighting Illini 13-10. And in a weather delay, we have Penn State leading Michigan State 14-7. This update is also brought to you by University of Chicago men's basketball. The season opening broadcast will be November 18th when they take on Rose-Hulman at 3 p.m. I'm Sidney Brown. You're listening to Chicagoland Sports Radio. It's not just sports, it's a way of life.
Demond Spurl.
Hey, Mr. Drummer interacted with Kevin Willis from Different Strokes, so different strokes, different folks, baby. No hating, no. You hear that?
Are you calling yourself Mr. Drummond? You're not my daddy.
Kenneth Davis.
Please, Mrs. Garrett, they're orphans. From Harlem. Harlem? Let's shake hands, huh? Like a brother. I've been practicing, Willis.
Only on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
D and Davis Show, ChicagolandSportsRadio.com, 773-966-2494. There you go. His number if you want to hop in with us. Great debates. She said, Harlem. Hey, Willis. Shout out to Evan F. Moore was hopping on with us right before this, talking about the as Ken say, the shuddering, right? That was your word? Shuddering.
Why you act like that's such a special word?
It's not a special word. I just haven't heard it in a very long time. It's like jive. I haven't heard jive in a long time.
Shuddering and jive are not. Jive is slang talk. Shuddering's a word for closing something down.
Shuddering. It's shuddering.
That's what they say in Harlem. We shuddering.
All right, it is time for our NFL picks. Week 9. Oh, there's the music. All right, so if you haven't noticed, you can also watch us on Facebook.com/Dean Davis Show, also Illinois Media School page and Chicagoland Sports Radio page, and Yari Radio Facebook page. There's no Chucky here today, no Charles, no terrible towels, no Steelers stuff.
It's gonna be funny for you guys.
Oh, it's gonna be funny. The banter between you two is something special because he loves you, number one. He loves you.
Shut your butt up, Chuck.
No, you're really his Mr. Trump.
Oh,
I love it.
Bridgeport. Inglewood. But yeah. So yeah, but he loved it. I
love it.
You say you remind him of Steve Harvey. Hello, how y'all doing out there? Stay dry. Steve Harvey, Hulk Hogan, and it was somebody else that you said you remind him of.
I say he.
No, he looks at you. He sees a combination of Steve Harvey,
Stacey King,
Stacey King, and Hulk Hogan. That's you. That's you, Ken.
Come on, man. Let's get to this.
All right. So Chuck's not here to go over the standings, but I'll take care of that. So wins and losses for last week. Oh, look at this. A tie for first place. Kenneth Davis and Cindy Brown, 11-1. Coming in second was Kyle with 10-12. And Charles and somebody giving us a call.
Chuck is here right Dan Davis Show, who's on the line?
Hello, this is Shelly McIntosh and Gene McIntosh. We're the mother and grandmother of Eugene McIntosh. Is he still there?
Oh no, you know what? He wasn't in the studio, but he was on the show. But thank you for calling in, Miss McIntosh. How you doing?
Oh, we're great, thanks. How are you guys?
We're doing good. You call in and talk to your grandson?
Well, not really. We can talk to him. We just want to give him a shout out on the radio.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thanks for calling in. Yeah, Eugene is a great guy. We love having him on all the time. Him and Terrence. Not too many of us brothers out here doing this sports talk, so you know we got to stay together.
Right. You got to stay together. Well, that's good.
All right.
And I'm glad to talk to you guys.
And we're glad
to talk to you too.
Wait, before you go, you got any sports thoughts? Anything that we should be watching? Anybody? Any favorite players? Anything like that?
No. Okay. My game is being called because of I'm a college football fan. So I was watching Michigan State, Penn State, and this postponed me to rain.
What's your favorite college team?
Stanford.
Okay. Stanford. Okay. The smart boy. Okay.
Okay, guys. Good job. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for calling in. All right. It's the first grandma ever called in.
Shout out to Terrence.
My grandma may never called me to the show. What are you doing right now? Oh, you on the radio? Well, don't you come over here and paint this wall for me later? That's my grandma. So as I was saying, shout out to your grandma just called me. Myself and Charles came in, I guess it was a top third, I guess. I don't know. 9-3. Not that bad.
Good job screening that call, see.
Who is it? Who's grandma?
He's like, go to
Put him on. Who get who it is?
You know what to do, right?
Yeah, hey. All right. So
wait, the phone? Can you answer that phone? I'm just saying.
I don't know.
That can't be screened, though.
Yes, it can be.
Okay. I'm happy with his grandmother.
Right.
I'm happy. But I'm just saying, say it perhaps. You made screen.
Next time I talk to you,
put him straight through as the president.
Hello, this is Eugene Grandma. How y'all doing?
Harlem.
All right. For the standings, we're now I'm still in first place, 76 and 35. Ken's right behind, 74 and 37. Sid's 73 and 38. Charles is 71 and 40, and Cal is 67 and 44. So not that bad. Not that bad. Everybody doing pretty good. All right. So overall lock picks, I got 10 right. No, I'm sorry. Ken got 10 right. I got 8 right. Cal got 6. Sid got 6, and Charles got 6. All right. So I got Charles' picks. I'm gonna try to go over. Hopefully, I remember to say his picks when we do this, but we'll see. All right. So no, we don't do Thursday night games, but shout out to the Jets and their defense. They are viral sensation right now on the Instagram, and Jets dance to anything. Pretty funny. I think Spice Adams started that too. So shout out to Spice. Jets won 34 over the Bills 21. First game up, Colts at Texans. Kyle, who do you have?
Man, Texans took a big blow this week. I think there's gonna be too much for them. I go with the Colts.
Okay. Sydney.
For some weird reason, I think Houston may turn it around a little bit. I know Tom Savage is quarterback, but I would give Houston only because they're the home team. They got to run the ball. They'll rely more on that than Tom Savage.
Colts.
Houston.
Oh. Tony, you here, so you got to make the picks. You in here. You in here. You got to make picks.
I can't go with Tom Savage, man. It's Tom Savage. I'm going Colts.
Savage, right?
No, and Charles actually is rolling with you guys. He's taking Houston over in here. All right, next up, Bengals at Jaguars. I'll take the Jaguars. Ken, who you?
I'm going Jags too.
Okay.
This is my lock, the Jaguars.
Okay. All right.
Jags.
Jags. Tony, you just going to stay quiet?
I'm gonna go with Bengals.
You know, you don't have to participate if you don't want to.
I'm going with Bengals.
Charles with the Jags as well. Next up, we have the Buccaneers at Saints.
I'm going Saints.
Okay.
New Orleans.
New Orleans?
I'm going to lock this too, Saints.
A lot?
Yeah. Man, but this is a crazy week. It's not a lot.
Okay. Tony?
Saints. Their defense is marginally better. So
yeah. Charles is going with the Saints, and I think I'm going with the Saints as well. Rams at Giants. I am taking the Rams.
Yeah.
Sidney Brown, who you
got? Give me the Rams. Cooper Kupp will have a big day.
I'm going Rams.
Okay. Kyle?
I go to the Rams, but this would be a nice cover pick for the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna go Giants.
You would go with the Giants. Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm gonna take a step back. Not 6 steps back. I'm 6 steps forward. I'm gonna make this my lock. Rams over Giants. That's my lock pick. Charles going with the Rams as well. Next up, Falcons at Panthers. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. Ken?
I think I went Falcons too.
Falcons, all right. Sydney?
Both teams struggling, but I do not trust Atlanta on the road. Did you see that performance last week against the Jets? Enough said. Give me the Panthers.
I think the Jets are a little bit better than what people thought they were going to be.
Jets are clearly better. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, of course, that's what I'm saying. Atlanta should be better on paper. You saw that performance last week?
I've been poo-pooing all on Buffalo, and I finally looked at Buffalo, and the Jets served their butts up. So both those teams are better than what people expect.
Yeah.
Cal?
Panthers are down one less weapon, but they weren't really using them. So I'm going to just go with the Panthers.
Okay. All right. Tony?
Yeah, I'm going with the Panthers. It's just Steve Sarkisian hate.
Good hate.
Yeah, good hate. Charles with Atlanta as well. Next up, we have Broncos at Eagles. Ooh. Yeah, I think you got to go Philly on this one. I'm going Philly.
You know what? I'm going Broncos.
Lock it.
No.
You already did your lock. You did your lock.
But you're not going to force me.
Sidney, what you got?
Brock Osweiler's the starting quarterback. Denver's defense will rise to the occasion, but give me Philadelphia. I have a free pick. Denver will cover the spread.
Okay, all right. Kyle?
Eagles.
Tony?
Who they playing?
Broncos.
I think I'm gonna go with Brock Osweiler on this one.
Okay, all right. Charles is going with Philadelphia as well. Next up, we have Ravens at Texans.
Titans.
The Titans. I'm sorry. Titans. I'm going with Titans.
I'll choke with Titans.
Titans. All right.
Titans. Baltimore's overrated.
Yeah, Titans.
Hello, mama.
Just like that.
Did she see? Did she hear it?
I don't know.
Shoot your shot. Tony?
The more we do these matchups, I don't know. All these teams are the same to me.
They are.
They are all the same. Titans.
Titans, all right. And Charles has Titans as well. Next up, Cardinals at 49ers. I think
Cardinals.
It should be at all.
Is what's your name starting?
No, he's not starting.
You know he's starting?
Garoppolo's not starting.
Yeah.
No, he's not starting.
Okay. I'm going to Cardinals too.
Yeah,
Cardinals. Everybody Cardinals?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going the Niners.
Yeah, I know you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You're not alone. Charles went with the Niners as well. Next up, Washington versus Seattle.
I'm going Seattle.
Seattle for me. Not Russell Wilson. Paul Richardson and Doug Baldwin must have big days for me in my fantasy team.
Yeah, Seahawks got to go with them. Trending up.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Washington.
I'm sure you are. Charles went Seattle. I know, right? I'm gonna go with Seattle as well. Next up, we have Kansas City Chiefs versus the Dallas Cowboys. Don't know what they want to do. Ezekiel Elliott.
They know what they want to do.
Oh, exactly. I'm sorry. The NFL don't want to.
You can get 8,000 carries.
Goodness. Use that boy before he can't play no more.
They're gonna wear him out.
Yep.
Chiefs.
Okay. All right.
I second that emotion. Chiefs.
Okay. Cal?
I go with the Bulls.
I think I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. They're gonna win until the playoffs start.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs as well, and Charles went with Dallas. Raiders at Dolphins.
Oh, ain't nobody taking the dog. Well, Tony don't count.
I'm gonna go with obviously I'm going with the Oakland Raiders. Tony,
and that's my lock.
With confidence though, like the Raiders haven't been terrible.
It's not confidence speaking, but I'm gonna take Oakland though. That's your lock. Okay, all right, cool.
No, I was just as someone who's had Carr as his fantasy quarterback, I'm really sour on the Raiders because he's been Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, he has.
The Dolphins are the Dolphins, so I go with the Raiders.
All right. Sydney, who you have? You have.
I have Raiders.
All right. Did you give your lock yet?
Yeah, it's Saints over Bucks.
My lock was Jacksonville.
Okay, cool. All right. And Monday Night Football, we will have the Lions at the Packers. Go, Pack, go. Lions. Okay.
How long is your guy though?
Who?
Brett?
I was wrong.
Dump the black quarterback.
He was bad, but they still almost beat the Saints at home.
Yeah.
They're at home, and the Lions are the Lions, and that means they mess up when they have a good thing. So I'm going with the Packers.
I'm going with the Lions.
I'm going with Detroit.
I'm gonna go with the Pack.
And Charles went with the Lions as well. So, all right. So that was Week 9 Dean Davis picks NFL style. And next up, we're going to have Brian Bickle and Amanda Bickle on to talk about their foundation, him playing with retiring due to multiple sclerosis, and a little bit more. His time here in Chicago. All right. So come on back, former Chicago Blackhawk Brian Bickle is going to join the show. Dean Davis, ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
All right, hey, peace and blessings. This is Craig Hodges on the Dean Davis Show on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Time to kick off your career in radio or TV broadcasting at the Illinois Media School's downtown Chicago campus. Call us at 312-884-8000 or visit 530 South State Street to learn how you can make your dreams of being on television and radio a reality. Don't take my word for it. Check out what some industry professionals said about the Illinois Media School.
Jonathan Hood, ESPN 1000.
Not many people can say that they love their career, but I certainly do. I like helping the next generation of broadcasters discover their passion. How do you discover yours? Learn how to be a sports talk show host, a producer, do play-by-play, and shoot and edit video. Get hands-on training on air and behind the scenes. You'll have a chance to get internships at radio or TV stations where you can tap into the knowledge of industry pros. With job placement assistance, you can start your career in 1 year. They have affordable tuition and financial aid for those who qualify. So why waste another minute in a career that you don't love? Go to beonair.com/Chicago Sports. Go to the website right now. beonair.com/Chicago Sports. beonair.com/Chicago Sports.
The UFC is headed back to NYC for UFC 217 3-title fights. Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw, which means we are
hanging with the boys.
And it's the return of George St. Pierre versus Michael Bisping. George is...
I'm not impressed by your performance.
While Michael lays out a game plan.
And he's going to be frozen like this, like a lizard. Better than the move. Okay? And I will pounce. Pow!
Join us the next 2 weeks, UFC 217 preview. Thursday nights, 6 to 9 p.m., ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Find out how the Chicago Bears did against the Drew Brees and New Orleans Saints on Sunday, and find out what they will do this week to get ready for the Green Bay Packers on November 12th. Now that the Cubs made some changes around their coaching staffs, what other moves will they be making during this offseason? What kind of entertainment will the Bulls give us this week? Can Lauri Markkanen break another rookie record? Find out here on World Cup of Sports on Chicagoland Sports Radio. It's not just sports, it's a way of life.
What's up, everybody? This is Lewis from ZRL. Listen to us every Wednesday from 4 to 7 on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. We are live giving you the hottest takes on everything sports. Listen to me, Ryan, and Zoe, as Zoe gives you the craziest tales from the Red Line, our In the News segment, weekly interviews, and so much more. We're live from 4 to 7 on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com and the TuneIn app. See you there. Hello.
I want winners.
CSR Fantasy Football Live.
I want people that want to win.
The Realist Justin Adams.
Ryan B. Ski. Patrick Delaney Buckets. Joseph Gregory.
Get your popcorn ready.
We're just here to answer all your questions, give you all the news that you will need to make the right moves for your team. We're just here to help you win a championship, dog.
You don't play to just play it. You play to win the game.
Tune in to CSR Fantasy Football Live.
Tuesday, 6 to 7.
On ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Yeah.
With seasons of baseball, Halloween, and pumpkin spice in the rearview mirror, me and Matt Ward look forward to what we're thankful for.
Like the Bulls.
Well, Lauri Markkanen. What about the Bears? Well, at least we got Mitch Trubisky.
On time to Zach Miller.
Tune in to the K-Trey Show every Monday night from 7 to 9 with Kevin Tragonian and Matt Ward, only on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. That's 7 to 9 p.m. Monday nights.
D and Davis Show here on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. And right now, we'll turn to something a little near and dear to our hearts. Joining us today, we're going to have Brian Bickle and his wife, Amanda Bickle, to talk about the Brian and Amanda Bickle Foundation. You can also check that out at bicklefoundation.org. How are you two doing this afternoon?
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Great. We definitely appreciate you two joining us right now. So look, Brian, we're in Chicago, so of course we're Blackhawk fans. And there was definitely a discussion in the past about, you being tired of not being the same player, and then people were just yapping and come to find out that you were stricken with multiple sclerosis. So talk a little bit about when you found out about it.
It was different. Like I didn't know anything about it. When the doctor told me, I said, "What is MS?" But it's something that's been lingering for years. And then, finding out the news in November of last year, it was definitely relieving in a way. But it took me away from something I've done my whole life. But we're looking for the next page in our life, and we're here back in Canada.
And as you mentioned that it was somewhat of a relief because you found out what was wrong. Amanda, how are you when you found out that Brian had multiple sclerosis?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a shock, obviously. You never really think of these things that are going to happen to you or your loved ones. But at the same time, like Brian, I was relieving because we had been through so much past, year and a half, 2 years, trying to figure out what was going on with him and the way that he was feeling and, how he usually played on the ice and to just kind of get back to that play again. So, after we found out and going through the emotions of trying to deal with, the fact that your whole life is turned upside down, he decided he'd only say, it's okay, deal with what life throws our way, and look at the positive light and move forward.
Yeah, definitely. That's true. Brian, did you feel in a way vindicated? I mean, I know that's weird to say because people were talking about your play when you found out MS.
I think we don't know exactly when it like I got affected. The weeks in me getting diagnosed, I noticed my symptoms were a lot different from I think before. That's when I realized it's like, so we don't know how long it, activated, but I know it was the feeling and the move on like we did.
I personally had someone really close to me affected by MS. One last question before my partner D hops in. Since you're a professional athlete, is the diagnosis somewhat different? Will it slow the process down, being that you've been in the optimum shape for so long?
I think it has. There's one thing I didn't really like doing being an athlete is getting ready for the seasons by working out. I need to stay active to keep my symptoms down, but I haven't been active as I was when I was playing. Stress level, the time, like sometimes don't need to do anything is very nice to be on my stage. It's fun to enjoy my kids when I got my wife when times where I'm on the road I don't get to enjoy with them, but to be around them full time it's nice.
Hi, Brian, Amanda. This is D. Brian, I was reading an article that you wrote for the Players Tribune. It was a great article. And one of the things, even stepping away from hockey and just being a young man who's barely 30 years old when all this all happened, but you have a family, we're family men here, you have a wife and you have your 2 kids. Just talk about that and just like the real life aspect of it. Like, yes, your love is hockey, but obviously your love is your wife and your kids, and being at a very young age and having this kind of dropping on you. Just kind of talk about how it kind of brought you back into reality, or just kind of level things out for you.
Yeah, like I said, there's a hockey life and a life after hockey, but my day came early, but then having 2 young kids and a wife, and you realize what was great to me and gave me a lot of opportunities to do what I did. But for now, I need to create on my health and to be in best shape for long to come.
Lee and David Show, ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. On the line with us right now, former Chicago Blackhawk. It's always going to be a Blackhawk in our heart. And Carolina Hurricane NHL player Brian Bickle and his wife Amanda Bickle. Amanda, this question is for you. How is it to have Brian around all the time now? Obviously, you're married to professional athletes and on the road a lot, doing what they love. But how is it to have him back home with you and the kids?
Yeah, I mean, it's different in the sense that I got used to over the years, being alone for a lot of time, even with raising our kids and things like that. It's nice. It's really nice to have him home. Like I said, we look at the positive things, and although we miss going to the rink and watching him play and all that kind of stuff, I really enjoy having him and co-parenting and having him, be able to pick up slack when I did great. So I really can't complain myself.
It hasn't been a time like, you know what, I wish you were going right now. It was so peaceful here when you was gone. Never those times, huh?
You know what, there were a lot of times, like even when he would go on the road and he would come back, like, when's your next road trip? So I thought it was going to happen all the time. But I've adjusted very quickly. And if he left now, I don't know what to do.
Brian, I have a question for you related to MS because since you're into it now and it's new, what type of new advancements have they come up with to combat MS, or at least to slow it down?
Well, there's, a new experiment that they've been doing for a while, and you can look back 10 years to where it is now quite a bit. So the drug that I'm taking is called Cystatin. I take it once a month. That's the infusion. It's been up for almost a year. Every drug has a risk, but the risk of Cystatin, there's a rare brain infection called PML, but the risk over the rewards are way better. So for me and for my family.
And Amanda, both of you can answer this. What are some of the goals for the foundation?
Yeah, so it was pretty quick that we decided we wanted to, do something with our foundation that people with MS. Because everything that we do with our foundation is something near and dear to our heart. So we really want to help a lot of people with MS, and we found out through a little bit of research that a lot of people have use service dogs for multiple things, for emotional support. MS is very emotionally draining to a lot of people and a lot of families. But even things like stability, some people lose their vision, all of those types of things. So when we knew that, we put 2 dogs at the same time, turning them and training them into therapy dogs to help people with MS, it just kind of fell in our lap. We're excited to fix that and grow all of that and help more dogs and more, every year.
Our executive producer, Cindy Brown, has a question for you, too.
Hi, Brian. This question is for you. Let's focus on your days here in Chicago as a Black Hawk. With the recent health challenges of Hawks broadcaster Eddie Olshey, a person that you know so well, have you spoken with him since he's announced that he's battling colon cancer? If so, what was that conversation like?
Yeah, I've reached out to him through text. It's a tough thing for his kids. I know his kids are, most of them have gone to college and they're not around, but I heard that he came back, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago back to broadcasting. But to see something like that is, but I know Eddie is good like we did.
You play with a lot of great players here in Chicago, with the likes of Patrick King and Patrick Sharp and Corey Crawford. I want to ask you about Jonathan Toews. Many experts and fans consider him to be the best captain in the National Hockey League. What makes Toews a great leader?
He's a guy on and off the ice to look upon. At big moments on the ice, he's dying, but moments that for the team's down, he picks us up in the locker room. I know a big thing back, a handful of years ago was he was a captain serious, but I think over the years he kind of eased into it and he's still a bit serious, but also have light side of his captainness at the locker room.
With you guys being on the road a lot, you guys are together as players away from your families throughout most of the calendar year. Which former teammate pulled the most and / the best pranks?
The pranks. I know when getting shots where they were, we always think other teammates, but someone in the locker room right now. Yeah, I think Sharp will be back. Obviously, Sharp's been back before, and now he came back. He was a head leader, but he'd be a guy to look up in the locker room right now.
Hi, Brian. This is D again. Before we get up out of here, one question I had when I was reading over the article, I saw the I believe it was the last shift, one more shift here in Chicago Blackhawks delivered for you. With your condition, are you able to just kind of get out and just play, not in a very competitive way, But are you able to just get out, kind of hit the puck around? And have you done that?
Yeah, I've 2 weeks for the first couple times. I need to be active to hold my symptoms minimize, but yeah, I'm fully functional everyday stuff. Need to get in the gym, getting back in shape, but been hanging with my buddies. I built a rink in my backyard, so hopefully we invite the boys over and play some 3-on-3 hockey back here.
Nice. And but one last thing before we let you go, I said before, thank you so much for hopping on with us. What do you think about the Blackhawks this year? How they looking to you, and what do you think the chances are to kind of go far this year?
Yeah, obviously from last year, a big disappointment. They have a lot of young guys that are going to fill in, and they have. I know I was at that the first game in Pittsburgh when they won 10-1. To watch that, it was special. The deep tabs work they're doing now. There's some ups and downs, but there's more ups and downs for a long season and push right up.
Brian and Amanda, we definitely appreciate it. Everybody go out, the Brian and Amanda Bickle Foundation. You can check it out at www.bickle Foundation. Amanda, take care of this guy, all right?
Yeah, thank you so much. I love our shirt.
All right, we appreciate you too.
Thanks.
You two have a good weekend. No doubt.
And that was the Bickles right there hopping on with us, the Dean Davis Show, ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean,
yeah,
I'm happy that he has her. I mean, you got to think in a lot of situations,
support system.
You don't have anybody like that, so it's good that he has his wife to help him throughout that ordeal. We definitely wish them the best. And just, stuff like that with MS can go, it can get real bad. So just sending out positive vibes to them.
Yeah, one of the interviews I saw with her, I believe Sports Nation might have done somebody, I forgot what station, I don't want to throw it out there, but she was saying, like, listen, he could be good one day, and then you wake up and he could be paralyzed.
So luckily him being an athlete, I think it should help him MS to a certain degree.
Yeah.
So we're going to come back on the other side of this break. This is the D and Davis Show.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jack Silverstein, a.k.a. Reed Jack, sports writer in Chicago, and you are listening to the D and Davis Show. Get it?
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is now the Illinois Media School. We've been an institution in the Chicagoland area now for 30 years. Because the broadcasting world is always changing, so are we. Not only are we teaching radio and television production, but now you can learn all aspects of the media industry, like web design. You can even specialize in TV or film, sports broadcasting, and even sales. No matter where you are in the Chicagoland area, we have a campus near you. The Illinois Media School. Be on TV, be on radio, beonair.com.
Nothing moves the blob. Every single week, this defense has played well. They play well. You do well. You do well. We need John Fox to trust Trubisky to throw the deep ball. No more of this 5-yard stuff.
See, Bobby Portis beat him like he stole his Harold's chicken and mouse sauce.
You know what I'm saying?
Cedric Farrell, a.k.a. Bob Block, with Matt Ward and Lonzo Wilson on the Bob Block Show. Fridays from 4 to 5 p.m. on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Raphael Young, host of Raphael Young Show on Chicagoland Sports Radio. Unfortunately, I'm disappointed that the Cubs will not be repeated as World Series champions, but at least I do have the Bears, Bulls, and Blackhawks to talk about during the regular season so far. Tune in every Monday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on the Raphael Young Show on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com, where it is not just hoods, it's a way of life.
As the Chicago Cubs look to continue the retool in the offseason, we don't be acting a fool here.
You too have pulled some pranks in your day, but this one takes the cake.
Join me, Charles Bragg, Richie, Sid the Kid, Ralph Hill, and Ryan Bogavetsky every Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. on Deck. Also, see how the Chicago Bears continue to heat up?
The Bears are who we thought they were.
Then we'll also swing into NBA and some NHL with the Chicago Bulls and Chicago Blackhawks every Saturday on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
The UFC is headed back to NYC for UFC 217 3-title fights. Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw, which means we are
hanging with the boys.
And it's the return of George St. Pierre versus Michael Bisping. George is,
I'm not impressed by your performance.
while Michael lays out a game plan.
And it's gonna be frozen like this, like a lizard that doesn't want to move. Okay, and I will pounce, pow.
Join us the next 2 weeks, UFC 217 preview, Thursday nights, 6 to 9 p.m., ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Hey, Chicagoland, no reason to fear here. Just because the Chicago Cup season is over doesn't mean we stop keeping you on the chase for October.
You and your whole lousy operation stinks.
Join me, Charles Price Richie, every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. on Point. As I continue to break down who comes out of the team and Hill in the World Series. The NFL Chicago Bears, Chicago Bulls, and Chicago Blackhawks. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Find out how the Chicago Bears did against the Drew Brees and New Orleans Saints on Sunday, and find out what they will do this week to get ready for the Green Bay Packers on November 12th. Now that the Cubs made some changes around their coaching staffs, what other moves will they be making during this offseason? What kind of entertainment will the Bulls give us this week? Can Lauri Markkanen break another rookie record? Find out here on World Cup of Sports on Chicagoland Sports Radio. It's not just sports, it's a way of life.
Tuned into Students of the Game with Dr. Justin Gregory and Dr. Chris Rouse. Protect yourselves at all times.
What you think Bobby Porter should try to be an NBA power forward or somebody's bodyguard?
Hey, man.
Look what I did to this man's face.
I'm hiring, bro. Like, I need it.
You don't need no bodyguard. Still young. I know your knees bad, but you could probably run fast if you get into it.
I mean, I can throw hands like that.
We know Bobby can.
Students of the Game, Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
How's it going? My name is Edgar Ibarra, and I'm very grateful for all the knowledge I received at the Illinois Media School. My 15-year career in radio has been a dream come true. I'm a radio DJ, I'm on the air, and I get to be a program director for 2 radio stations in Wisconsin. My dream became a reality with the Illinois Media School. Illinois Media School is a great school with great teachers and former students now working in the industry today on the radio stations you listen to and on the TV stations you watch every day. Illinois Media School, check it out. For more details, beonair.com.
I couldn't have said it better myself. This is Jonathan Hood, instructor at the Illinois Media School, formerly Illinois Center for Broadcasting. So many reasons for you to consider Illinois Media School: financial aid for those who qualify, real-world hands-on experience, internships, and so much more. Don't just take my word for it. Set up a tour at one of the 2 Chicagoland locations. Go to beonair.com/Chicago Sports to learn more. That's beonair.com/Chicago Sports.
Dean Davis Show here on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. Definitely want to thank Brian and Amanda Bickle for talking about the Bickle Foundation. Make sure you check them out and definitely go help us for a good cause, man. It'd be good to see when they come back down to Chicago for a Hawks game or something like that. What?
No,
Give me a look. So that's been a good show, man.
No, it has been a good show.
No, definitely a lot of serious topics with that and what happened with DNA info, and then switching off to talk a little bit of baseball with It's the Bigs, Eugene McIntosh, and talking a little bit about the Bears suckage.
His grandmother called in.
We didn't get into the fact that shout out to Granny.
Shout out to Granny.
We didn't talk about Deshaun Watson going down, from taking that RG3L. It's like RG3, he should have screamed out perm braid.
Being lost in the NFL due to injury. Is there any game this week that you guys in particular are looking forward to watching with the Bears having a bye?
That's a rough one.
Yeah.
I had to see what's on the schedule, man, what we can see here locally. You're the best thing because they're the hottest team in the league right now, and they're so young. They're pretty young, yeah. So
I want to see how they're going to handle without their offensive tackle Jason Peters, who's gone for the year. Denver, and I said in our pick segment that Denver has the chance to cover. I know that's entertainment purposes only, but they have a chance to be in this ball game because one, Brock Osweiler is their quarterback. Number 2, Denver can still bring it on defense. The problem is their offense.
That defense was all over Kareem Hunt last Monday.
Mm-hmm. It was.
It's terrific.
Oh, shut up.
I
Forever on my bump list.
I guess since we got time, we got a nice little 8 minutes basically here before the show wraps up. So what's going on in your life? Any trades getting vetoed?
I'm sure they probably are. Don't worry about it. Ain't nothing going through now.
I can't believe how y'all say ain't nothing going through.
Ain't nothing going through.
Well,
I'm vetoing everything that comes through.
do y'all understand how the group veto works? You know how many vetoes you need?
I'll make it work.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll make it work.
Did you see Sean's text yesterday?
Terry?
Yeah.
Oh, he texted within in the league?
He texted in that thing that he has that we all be on. You didn't see his text? Yeah, because he was like, thanks for stopping that collusion-ass trade. I was going in, and he was like, I know it's hard being a commissioner, but you have to do what you got to do sometimes. Oh, Lord. Yeah, there was a bunch of people who was like, you would cheat.
I don't know why you just get the people the details of that trade that he tried to get over.
It wasn't to get over.
He was trading Devontae, no quarterback Adams, the second receiver on the team with no quarterback.
He put up some decent numbers.
All right. Tariq Cohen.
Who dropped a couple of 20 points. Yeah.
A couple out of 8, though.
Hold on, brother.
No, you said he's yeah, but on average, he hasn't had a terrific fantasy season.
Not terrific, but he's able to just burst out and give you something. He's a good flex dude. Isn't he? Is he not a good flex dude?
I wouldn't start him. Not right now.
You can't start him right now.
Not right now.
No,
I wouldn't start him. That's basically a goose egg right now. Jordan Howard, look.
Jordan Howard's getting all the touches.
By week 3, yes, this would have been a decent trade before Jordan Howard got his stuff together. Mm-hmm. But clearly now it's Jordan Howard's back.
And that offensive line sucks so bad. They're going to have to start using Tariq Cohen. And matter of fact, it was a couple of plays that he won and got overthrown by Trubisky. There was a couple of plays out there he had some points.
Well, that's even more reason why you don't want a running back if he has a bad quarterback. And he was going to get from his blood cousin, Mike Evans from Tampa Bay.
I gave up 2 for 1.
Trash for Mike Evans. And on top of this, everybody too, his cousin said, I definitely wouldn't have made this trade if I wasn't losing this year.
They got nothing to do with me.
But you see that to some garbage, right?
Listen.
I'm just asking you, in all fairness, you see his garbage.
I gave up 2 top 20 players in their position. Are they not? 2 top 20
20
players.
and 20.
Hold on. No, they're not 20 and 20.
No, they're 20.
No, they're not 20 and 20.
All right, we get their positional rank.
Well, can I finish?
Them at in the league?
Well, they mid-level players. They mid-level players. I'm giving up 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
I'm 2 for trash, and I'm getting Mike Evans.
Listen, whoa, wait a minute. But even the thing with Mike Evans, Jameis hasn't been that great. That team is not that great. I'm looking for something like
why you want him?
Well, because he's a good player.
Knew I could get him.
No.
So when did you tell Cal that you would pay his?
I didn't tell Cal nothing.
When did you tell him that? Listen,
how
did it go like this? Listen, cuz I know you. Listen, cuz.
Nope.
You ain't paid. Nope. I'm gonna win this, and I'm gonna pay for you. How'd that go?
But any trade between you and a blood relative within the league is gonna be looked sideways.
Damn it, I can't help that. We're cousins. We're related. That's my cousin. We have the same blood running through our systems. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that.
That was and the correct. See, this is the worst part.
His grandma and my granny are brothers and sisters.
I wasn't even.
His grandma and your granny are brothers and sisters.
My grandfather.
Oh, I was really to the point where I was going to let the trade go through because I hated all of y'all. I felt I did.
What the hell is this? I made an honest trade.
No. You kind of not even involved in this. It's the people that were like complaining and stuff, and it's like y'all got the power.
You just vote.
Y'all got the power right there. But people kind of just whatever. And I'm just like, the day before y'all were like whatever. Now it's like It's just like, okay.
Listen, my whole thing is
you're cheating.
No, it's not that. It's not that. I don't cheat in fantasy sports. I don't cheat. Period. Listen. If you gonna beat me, you're gonna beat me fair and square. I'm not gonna do it. I made honest.
We cheated together.
When?
Come on. We've done what you did with Kyle.
I didn't do anything with Kyle.
Right.
I made an honest trade.
Did you do this? Didn't this happen with Melvin?
I made an honest trade. I made an honest trade with Melvin.
And Melvin said the same thing to Kyle. And that's where the trade rate came from. Because he did the same thing last year. The only person out here trying to cheat. Look, I wish I could cheat.
How am I cheating?
I wish I could.
How am I cheating?
I
went to them.
win.
Whoa. I went to them
I made 2 honest trades. You know they can tell me? They can tell me.
Hold on.
They can tell me.
You ever heard of price gouging?
Yes.
That's what you were doing.
How am I price gouging?
Because they were down on their luck, so you can get what you wanted at any price you declared.
Have you
So
ever
for something that you would have to pay a value for, you was like, I give you a bag of chips. It was like, man, I'm hungry. Like, you price gouging them. You knew the opportune time. They both were out. They were losing. I'm about to hit them up. What you call that? A D move? I'm about to do the old Icebox move. Icebox taught me this. Right?
Tell you something. Would you not if you was professional?
What? He said, the chicken something. You should just run out the door. Grab it. What's over there? Just take off from it.
Listen, any professional GM will see a team. You're not winning right now.
Yeah, break this down for us.
Honest trade.
How you gouge them? Tell us. How you do? You wait till they hard on their luck. What week do you go into this? It's week 8. See who's really loose. I step to him slow. Hey man, how you doing over there? Heard you low on your ends. Yeah, I can turn that play into some money.
No, listen. Me and Melvin are related. Are we?
No.
I made an honest trade to Melvin last
Melvin,
year.
that also got Melvin kicked out the league. That also got Melvin kicked out.
How did I get Melvin kicked out of the league?
After that, we was like, no, he can't come back because. See, that's also the reason it's funny because some of this all relates because Kyle's like, well, I don't understand why this is a big deal, and he said he basically rather play with people he didn't know. And then it takes me back to you saying you wanted to be commissioned because he was letting trades go through it. He should have stopped. He was just like, I don't care. And it's like, this is why.
I don't remember Cal even being a commission.
He was a commissioner first 2 years ago. That's why he got booted. And then that's what got Melvin kicked out the league.
Listen, I made two. I didn't get nobody kicked out of the league.
Got a commissioner fired. And the player lost his membership because you
he lost his franchise.
You Donald Sterling Melvin because of your shenanigans.
Listen, I made 2 honest trades. They can say
They
no.
were honest.
We're honest. I made 2 honest.
I will give D that though. They can
say
have respect
no.
for their franchises,
or the
league, and the league.
They ain't got nothing to do with
say,
me.
get out of here with that.
They ain't got nothing to do with me.
I love the fact your cousin was so honest. Shout out to Cal for being honest.
Well, Cal is a very honest person. I'm being
that's one
honest
of
too.
Cal's best
I'm being
qualities.
honest too. Why am I lying?
You
I'm
are
not
so
lying.
fake news with this. Like you were so like just look over there. Like if you aren't Sarah Huckabee, I don't know who else is. You are so fake news. Cal's keeping it 100. You're out here acting like I don't even understand what y'all talking about. That is so fake news.
Sounds like a certain 45.
I'm just saying. Like I don't even understand how you trying to get. I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
But everything's gonna be great.
Exactly.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Fantastic.
Everything's gonna be fantastic.
The biggest it's ever been.
This is ridiculous.
Should you be cheating?
I'm not cheating. I made 2 trades, and y'all want to come behind me talking about whoa.
If we ask any, in fact, we should just put a fantasy expert for today's show just to answer that question.
Man.
What do you think about this trade?
Somebody's cheating.
How am I cheating if they say yes?
Hey, fantasy
How
expert.
am I-
Somebody's up here cheating.
How am I cheating if
I've
they
seen
say
this out. First of all, guys, let me ask you this: is there a guy named Amaz in your fantasy? This guy is known for cheating rapidly throughout the states.
How am I cheating?
Yes.
How am I cheating if they say yes?
He's gotten 5 owners kicked out of their leagues. Their teams repossessed.
Answer my question. Answer my question. How is it cheating if they say yes?
How do you not feel bad though?
That's the thing.
I'm trying to win.
This is let you know his real flaws. This is let you into the real mind of D. But it doesn't matter as long as I win. It's really at the heart of all of it.
I don't understand. What do you mean? Why do I feel about it? I made some trades.
Like when you input that trade,
you didn't feel dirty?
No.
Did you have on some clothes?
Probably not. Probably not. I don't know.
Like you should have been in the bathtub.
I probably was. I won't say if I was and I was not.
Sydney, who you guys got coming on the show?
Even though the Bears are off this week, we're gonna have Tom Thayer of Bears Radio.
Damn, he coming on again? What is it?
Hey, we shout to him. He delivered to us, even though he's not here physically.
He like y'all.
Yes, he does. He's returned to the show. He's going to break down the Bears' first half of the season.
Shut the tongue there.
And give us his grades on each position and preview the second half of the season. And, of course, it's me and Ralph today, so we're going to have expanded coverage on the NBA, baseball, and our football power hour. That's coming up next on deck on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com.
Ralph will punch you.
All right, who we have on the show today, man? We had a great show.
We want to thank Eugene McIntosh. Make sure you all check out the Bigs.
Bigs!
Every Wednesday in the Chicago Defender, and go to the Bigs website. Evan F. Moore joined us to talk about DNA info being shuttered. Last but not least, Brian and Amanda Bickle. Check out the Brian and Amanda Bickle Foundation at BickleFoundation.org. Definitely make sure we'll be back with the flip this week. We were off last week. We're going to give you some flip this week, and then back here next Saturday at 11 a.m. for more Dean Davis.
And word of the day was shuddering.
Shuttered.
Oh, shuttered. Word of the day, shuttered.
Cheater. No, it's
Harlem.
Harlem.
We gone.
Keep your hands to yourself. And I'm not cheating.
He's cheating.